What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
Coach Shitbird.
Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. How did you?
You are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB show.
What up, man? We're in the building. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hat, tie up your work boots. We got a loaded lineup today. Dr. Jesse Morse going to pop in, give us some NFL updates on the injuries. And then Noel Mazzoni's going to break down some film. We got some NFL film today to break down with you. Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert already cut up, ready to go. We're going to break that down, brought to you by DV Sports. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member. This show is brought to you and powered by BetUS. Head on over to BetUS today and use my promo code CoachJB. Get you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. So make sure you pound that like. We got lots of loaded lineup. Coach Fred, HBCU legend, is going to join us as well from Alcorn State, as always, on Work Boot Wednesday. So we're going to get into it as we always do. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member tonight. My Doyers lost last night, as expected. Can't sweep them all, but gentleman sweep's coming tonight. And we punted last night. Dave Roberts punted and saved our bullpen for today. Smart move by Dave Roberts. He finally did a smart decision in the pitching world because he hasn't been that great in the pitching world in a few of these World Series that he's lost, particularly to Boston a few years back. But anyway, what do I know? Let's dive into it. Hope you all listen to this one because I can't wait to debate it with Smitty. And this one is a very well thought out one because it kind of hit me personally. The era of the experimental QB has come and has now gone. Listen, don't just hear me today. The era of the experimental QB has come and now gone. AR5 is cooked as an NFL QB, and he isn't the last. We have witnessed so many before him come and go. Without any hesitation, they are traded from team to team for a string cheese and a Chico stick. But what do I know? The coaches in high school and college have failed these young men, specifically these young black men who play this position. We have recruited these QBs, and I'm going to keep referring to we as me in this conversation with all these other coaches that I'm going to discuss. We have recruited these QBs to be athletes so we can fatten our pockets, only to send them on to the NFL to fail. They will win us some games in college, high school, of course, but in the NFL, when all eyes are on them, the black QB, they fell miserably, and it's our fault. There are two types of QBs. There are athletes who play the position, and there are QBs who are athletes. We refuse to teach, refuse to coach these athletes into becoming quarterbacks. We don't train them with any care. We, without any regard, we refuse to worry about their futures. And it has ruined the NFL at the quarterback position. AR5 is just another example of a piece of meat in a meat market. And there will be many to follow. This has set the NFL future stars up for failure. This money they are getting isn't sustainable, and they have been set up for failure. AR5, nobody has the nuts to tell you something. I'm going to tell you right here, son. You should have stopped smoking weed and given up the black and milds long, long ago. But nobody told you at Florida. So that you aren't out of wind, so badly out of shape that you tap out and call yourself out of a fucking NFL football game. Put the weed and the blacks down. I would have set your ass in college. But again, we have failed you at an all-time high. The investment that these players are given by these owners at the NFL level will be short-lived. These horrible performing QBs will make the younger kids have to once again earn it. It will make the college coach actually have to coach and teach again. I can't wait for that to happen. But AR5, talking to you in specific, you have been an experimental piece of meat, like so many others before you and so many coming after you. For that, I apologize for all the coaches who have failed you. But again, what do I know? Let's dive into it. The Indianapolis Colts have benched former first-round pick Anthony Richardson, AR5, and turning to Joe Flacco, veteran NFL QB extraordinaire, 40 years old plus, is going to take over the helm. I wish it would have happened 4 weeks ago. As I've said on this show, Smitty's finally seen the light. We're going to dive into it. The Yankees win Game 4 of the World Series, still down 3-1 to the Dodgers. And Texans wide receiver Stephon Diggs out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Karma is real this year, boy. 2024, the year of karma. The Vikings acquired O-tackle Cam Robinson in a trade with the Jaguars after losing their left tackle last week on a horribly blocked protection that has caused him to blow his knee out. No one wants to talk about. We'll show the film. Also, I'm going to break down my all NFL, all Shitbird list, offense and defense. But before we begin, my co-host, Naptown legend, 317 Far East Sider, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, Indianapolis Colts defending, Fox Sports.
Yeah. We live right now, middle of the week. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. And we got the chat live right now. We got Bernie Sports Pub. We got Ill Bill, Brandon Hood, Matt Noble, TPB, Cole Vaden, and much more. And I got my guy JB in here. You start off the show with a banger now. You ain't never started the show off talking about anything Indianapolis Colts related. This is the first time since I've been on the show that your daily rant has been about my Indianapolis Colts. So even though it was a negative thing,
micro thinker,
I'm happy that it has something to do with my. I know the bigger picture. I know the bigger picture wasn't my coach, but it's coach related. A coach player is what led you down this path. So I appreciate you doing that.
Black quarterbacks, black QBs led me down the path. We failed them. And
time out.
Tank Johnson and I had a good, deep conversation yesterday about it. We have failed them from the youth level on. We've been taking the best players in America, athletes, best recruits. Let's call them recruits.
Mm-hmm.
We've taken the best recruits as college coaches and high school guys, getting them from Youth Pop Warner, and we've taken the best athlete and we brought them over to our team to play quarterback. And then they're so athletic and unbelievable that they dominate high school. They're a five-star guy. They go to college, and we never develop them in college because they're so great. They're such a freak athletically. We give them cards and banners. We give them communication in the ear now. We don't teach them anything. And then we set them up for failure. Then they go to the NFL. They don't know anything. They don't know shit about protection. That's why you've seen over the years the lack of going to the line of scrimmage and actually changing the play, audibling, switching shit, moving players, changing the formation, counting numbers in the box, going opposite. We've lost all that. That's not being taught anymore. We have failed them. We have failed them because majority of speaking, let's be honest, we coach, you play. Let's keep it funky. But see, we failed you. And that's why we had a conversation, and Tank was like, damn. I go, yeah, dog. And I've been saying it for a long time. Nobody wants to say it. These coaches will fatten their pocket, take the money, and then move on. They'll leave, or the player will leave now. They'll leave to a new job and do the same shit over and over and over and over. And we just keep grabbing the best athletes. And it started way back. And I'm going to do a study, Smitty, for this show. We're going to do a study as far as when it started. And I'm not going to, it's before Michael Vick, but we're going to do a study, and then we're going to end it at AR5. We're going to bookmark it, end it at AR5, because I think this is now going to finally resonate with owners. I told him, I said, I wish I could really go around each hood in America and do a full-on inclusive, all-inclusive inner city QB training, some type of training deal. But it's not just coaching. It's like mental, the fucking psychology of it, the health part of it, what you fucking put in your body or not put in your body. These motherfuckers, AR5 smokes weed, Smitty. Come on, homie, I'm from Compton. When that motherfucker's on the mic, you don't got black fingernails, motherfucker, for no reason. Come on, let's keep it fun.
JB, I got a lot of comments on this, but Dr. Jesse Morse is here, so we do got to bring him in. But we'll go back to this after he leaves, though.
Hey, but be real though, he tapped himself out because he fucking smokes weed. And
JB, everybody smokes weed, homie. So that's not what it is. The best players and best athletes do you think smoke weed, white and black. The white boys smoke more than the black ones. Trust and believe that.
It's not a black and white thing. You're not listening, homie.
I'm saying forget all that. Most players smoke weed.
He's a quarterback.
All right, JB. Let's bring in Dr. Jesse Morse, and then we'll dive into that more.
He got the gun, Smitty. Watch out.
The quarterbacks I've been around smoke weed too.
I know. That's my point. Goddamn.
Let's bring in Dr. Jesse Morse, though. I know his schedule is timely. How you doing, Coach? All right, let's get Coach. How you doing, Doc?
He is Coach.
Doing good.
He sent me some pills.
He did.
Yeah, you didn't get none because you didn't send him your address.
I did send my address.
Oh, you didn't get none. No.
Well, I sent it in the doc. No, you didn't put it in the group chat.
I didn't. I gave you the address, homie. I gave you his number.
No, you didn't. What's going on, Doc, man? I see you suited and booted right now, man. How you doing?
We're doing good. It's Whip It Out Wednesday, old school.
Yeah.
No, it's Hump Day for those of you who celebrate. We're heading into Halloween tomorrow.
Yep.
It's still 84 and sunny here in Miami, so we're doing all right.
Yeah.
But it's getting a little chilly up north. 60s, probably 50s. November's rolling around the corner. We're heading into week 9 already.
Yes, sir. Middle of the season, man. I know we had some more injuries again this week. This past week.
Yep.
I mean, let's start off with probably the biggest name that comes to my mind. Stephon Diggs. Looks like he tore his ACL.
Yep.
Kind of break down, I guess, from what you saw. How did this happen?
So, I mean, 75% of ACL tears are non-contact. He just started running a route, pivoted to the right, and then tried to cut back to the left, and it didn't. His knee gave out, and more often than not, that's an ACL. Think of it as a tight and elastic band that has been slowly weakened over time, and its time was now, and it tore. Compare that to, say, last week when we had Brendan Ayuk. That was a contact ACL, meaning there was a player who hit him or was responsible for kind of forcing that. That was not as common. If he didn't have that hit, he probably wouldn't have tore his ACL at that time. Similar to J.K. Dobbins several years ago when he had a contact ACL versus most guys whose knee just kind of collapses and then you fall down and then that's it. You can walk off the field. Some people will play some more snaps, but it doesn't really hypothetically change the quality of that tissue. If it's torn, it's torn. Obviously, if it's partially torn, then it becomes a trickier situation. But we don't know if what other damage there was. Is it LCL? Is there MCL involved? Is there some meniscus, which is about 30% of the time? just unfortunate because now he'll be 31. He turns 31, I think, in about a month from now, and he's going to be a free agent. And we saw most wide receivers coming off ACL don't really do the best. I mean, especially wide receivers. Godwin was the last one, and he took about half a season to really look good, and he was 25 when he did it, maybe 26. Cooper Kupp did it way back when, but that was 7-8 years ago, something like that. So there's not many wide receivers that do well in their first year back. We've had a couple running back exceptions, but look at Mike Williams this year. It's a tough injury to come back from, and the tricky part is you really don't have if you want to be back for week one, which most guys want to, it becomes tough because you can't run and cut like you want to. Kendrick Bourne, pretty much irrelevant this year. Keaton Mitchell hasn't even been back yet, although running back. Hawkinson should play this week. Higbee hasn't even been discussed at all. He had his ACL. Chubb already had his, and he's been doing all right. Naheem Hines, who had that jet ski accident, whatever it was, he got activated. They said he wasn't ready, and he's done for the year. He never got activated fully. The ACLs for position players, non-quarterbacks, are tough. There's a lot of energy that it takes to transfer energy back to the other side. And unfortunately, pretty much all of it goes through that ACL. And if you have enough energy to tear that ACL, you're going to have a lot of other small injuries in that knee. And then we start developing compensation patterns. Opposite side Achilles, opposite side ACL, like we'll say J.K. Dobbins, like Cam Akers has had multiple Achilles. We just saw Deshaun Watson, who's had multiple ACLs. Now he's got an Achilles. So there are compensating injuries because you're still trying to generate that explosiveness and that force, but now you have to baby one side for almost a year, close to a year, and the other side has to do a whole lot more work. And unfortunately, you don't just run with one leg. So most of those tissues are already starting to kind of wear and tear. And then some guys, it's a little bit more complicated than that. It gets a little deeper than that, but that's the long and short of it. And we've already got, there's my list right here. We've got 15 guys on the season ending IR from a position player, so to speak, a fantasy relevant player. And I have 1, 2, 3 ACLs, or 4 ACLs with Barrios. Yeah.
Man.
And there might be more. Those are just the big name guys.
So go through. Is Chubb ready to go without a clock? Pitch count on him?
I'd probably give him 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. All right.
Mixon, usually it's about a 4-week ramp up.
Is that more so just to be cautious, or is that just is there any medical reason behind like doing that slow ramp up?
Yeah, it just takes time to get that tissue to bounce back and for you to have confidence in it, and to you to weed out some of the compensating injuries that that you need to address before they develop. So most guys, same thing with Hawkinson, same thing with Mitchell. Same thing with, rarely does a guy start week 1 post ACL when he comes back to the field and just explodes like nothing ever happened. It can happen. Right. It's just really, really rare. It usually takes some time to kind of ramp up. And, it's not like a running back where you can get a decent amount of touches. Like, how many wide receivers get 10 targets in a game? A handful, maybe.
Right.
And you have to beat that player on every route, just in case you're getting the ball, so it's tough, and then they have to build their win back up, and stuff like that. So, it's just a tough injury. We think, oh yeah, ACL, they'll be back. Yeah, they might be back, but it's not, most of the time they're not quite the same player.
NFC South, Mike Evans, is he a guy that will return this year?
Yeah, he'll be back. Him and Nico Collins will probably be back in week 10.
Okay.
And maybe Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, those 3. And then you got Derek Carr in the NFC South and New Orleans for all the fans for
this
the
week.
Saints fans. This week is back, you think?
I think he'll be back this week, yeah. I think they babied this longer than maybe they should have, but I think they saw they needed to see in Rattler.
From what you saw,
he's not ready yet.
from what we saw, Jaden Daniels throw that Hail Mary. Seems like nothing kind of was restricting him there. I'm sure he's still probably stiff and sore. He probably took a shot. I don't know. I'm sure they shot him up. Where you at with him? He's all right?
Kid's a freak. Kids. It's like nothing ever happened. Hell of a game. They probably should have lost it, obviously, but they didn't. That Tyreek Stevenson situation was kind of funny. Yeah, he'll be healthier with each week. I mean, he could have missed last week, and he would have been, about the same as he is now. So maybe he had a little bit of a setback, like a little bit of but not overly concerning. Justin Herbert did this a couple of years ago, and he did pretty good. But the kid, he's special. You can see that he's just gifted.
No doubt. Any other guys? I know you're hopping on for us on a Wednesday. Yesterday got crazy. Any other guys you have updates on for us?
Drake May probably not going to play this week with a concussion. It's possible, but the 1 week's most guys miss 1 week. Jordan Love sounds like he's adamant about playing. They have a bye week next week, so I don't know how that's going to play out. I got reports that Jared Goff might have an ankle injury. He didn't do a whole lot of anything, but they blew that team out, so it didn't really matter. Justin Fields is a backup, but he's got that hammy. Dalton could come back this week. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. But, I don't even know who he's throwing to at this point. They shipped off half the farm. Coker, Leggett, and maybe, maybe Thielen if he comes back. And then Carr, I think, she'll be back this week. Jordan Mason re-injured that shoulder again. So this is round 2. Next week, we'll probably see, I think we're going to see McCaffrey. We'll see Mason to some extent and probably the Guarendo. So this may be an interesting backfit. I don't think they're going to give McCaffrey 100% bell cow shares again. I would be really surprised if they did. They could, but, Tyrone Tracy had an incredible game, but unfortunately suffered a concussion on a short week. Much, much more difficult to play. It's possible, but everything has to go perfect. Damian Pierce, a groin injury, probably not going to play tomorrow night. Kamara's fine. Montgomery's fine. Bucky looked good. Jonathan Taylor looked good. ETN probably going to come back this week. Jerome Ford, probably the same. Keaton Mitchell, maybe another week or two. Tajay Spears will probably be back. Jonathan Brooks may make his debut this week. If not, they're kind of running out of time to activate him. And then wide receiver-wise, Debo had a new rib injury, a new oblique injury, previous pneumonia, and pick a body part. He was, wrist. He had all types of stuff. Brian Thomas Jr. reportedly got lucky. Very similar injury. Well, similar injury to Jaden Daniels, but he ended up probably more bruising the ribs as opposed to injuring the cartilage or fracturing the cartilage. So I think there's a decent chance he could play this week. We'll have to see how he does today and tomorrow in practice. Christian Kirk, unfortunately, fractured his clavicle. This is not usually a season-ending injury, so I'm wondering why. What version of this is why, maybe they're just being extra careful with him. I don't know. They also lost Gabe Davis, at least with the shoulder, probably the same shoulder has been bothering him over and over again. So they're going to need Parker Washington, who's going to definitely step in for Kirk. And Evan Ingram's going to step up. Showing Shepard with a hammy. Roman Wilson placed on IR with a hammy. He hasn't really done anything this year. Neighbors will be better with each week with that groin. DK could potentially return this week. Flowers looked really good despite having that ankle injury the previous week. Now they have Deontay Johnson, who's probably the most talented receiver there. It'll be interesting to see. They run one of the lowest 3 wide receiver sets in the league. So, is Rashad Bateman's going to be on the sideline? They're going to have 2, tight end sets. Like it'll be interesting to see where the volume is. Overall, as a team, it's better, but probably Deontay's value is probably a little worse, at least on reliability. Tyreek hasn't really done a whole lot with his, different issues, but obviously he'll be playing. And Lazard, my guess is probably going to be out. He's like he got rib fractures. Cooper Kupp should be better this week. Puka, even better, which is kind of scary. And then most of the other wide receivers, Juwan Johnson should come back next week after his hip from the bye, that he may step into a semi-alpha role with Ayuk done. And then, finishing up with tight ends, Kittle is on a friggin' tear. Yeah. He got he's still dealing with that foot injury among other things, but he'll be good after the bye likely. Taysom Hill came back last week. I don't think he did a whole lot though. And then Goddard could potentially come back this week, or he's close. He's got to be getting pretty close. And then Hawkinson will make his debut this week, but again, he might take a couple weeks to get acclimated. If you need is more of a 5, 6, 8 point, that would be all right. But 15, 20 points is going to be hard to expect. You get lucky if he catches an end zone ball or something. But and then we'll probably get another 15 new injuries today, give or take, just depending on the week. There's only 2 teams on a bye this week, with Pitt and San Fran. So there's a lot of games this week. But we'll have you more on Friday after we get a couple days, 2.5 days of practice in us.
Hey Doc, when you as you leave here real quick, I appreciate you jumping in here. I got my buddy of mine's an agent, and he represents somebody on every team in the NFL, and he sent me this list, and I'm just going to throw out one team real quick. And I'm probably over talking about this team because they've been such under performers, but the New York Jets had 18 guys on the list yesterday, and 11 of those 18 did not participate in any sort of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you got CJ Mosley's one of them. The fucking kicker, Zerline, is one of them.
Oh, Zerline's struggling. He's got a knee.
And the guy that got hurt the most, the guy that everyone's worried about most, Quinnen Williams, fucking full participation. See what I'm saying? It's like
Rodgers is banged up too.
Yeah, and he's not even on the
Rodgers
list. I don't even see him on the list. Oh, I do see him, but he was a full participant.
You'll have to chop it like Michael Evans. You're gonna have to chop his leg off to get him off the field. But
right,
they were talking about this. I don't remember who it was. One of the former quarterbacks. We're talking about this yesterday. It's usually when the older running backs, they start to lose their legs. That's when they really that's when they start, because you see Rodgers kind of trying to make up for it with his arm, but he can't get that mobility and angles to make the throws he wants to do. And my Patriots beat them last week. I don't know how, but they did. Like, so we went from, this is the Super Bowl contender to, and Devontae Adams has been on a milk carton somewhere. So it's like, obviously disappointing from that perspective. And it's week 9. It's halfway through the season. All these guys are injured. It's just, is it enough to put you on the report? That's, in my opinion, that's where they're at. And they got a short week. So all this is going to be stimulated,
And those 2 teams play tomorrow. So really, what did the Jets get better at this week after losing to the Patriots before they play tomorrow against a banged-up Texans team as well? Like, both teams are banged up on a short week. 6-2, and the other one's 2-6. 2 ends of the spectrum. So, interesting.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Doc, joining us, giving us updates.
Thanks, Doc.
Friday we'll have better update with everything that's going on, especially after tomorrow night's game. Hopefully no injuries occur, but it's been a crazy year so far. So enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you on Friday. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. See
you.
All
right. Take care, guys.
All right, brother. Dr. Jesse Morse, pound that like. Subscribe.
Always good to have him on. Give us the updates.
Yeah,
I know we gotta get the show rolling and do quote a day and all that stuff, but we gotta dive back into your opening and saying that coaches have failed black QB. I think that's a powerful statement, and we're gonna dive into that. But I don't want to hold us back real quick from what we have to do. So let's go ahead and move on to the quote of the day. JB, brought to you by BetUS.
What up, what up, what up? I'm here for BetUS. BetUS is now powering the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty as our proud new sponsor. Head on over to BetUS today and bet all things Major League Baseball. We're in the thick of the playoffs. NBA is getting ready to start up, and the NFL is right dab in the middle of the season. You can bet it all on BetUS. Short, fast, skinny, tall, they bet it all. And make sure you use my promo code CoachJB and get you 150% off, up to $2,000 on your first bet and up to 125% off on your second and third bet if you choose to do so. Plus, you get insurance protection and gambler's protection on both second and third bets. So make sure you head on over to betus.com, use my promo code CoachJB, and Make it happen. BetUS, the best offshore book in the business. Head on over there today. Is that proud new sponsor of the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. BetUS. Go check it out. Peace.
Let's do it, JB. Let's
One
do
of the
it.
day. Brought to you by BetUS. Head on over there. Loyalty is earned, never owed.
Period. That's the quote. That's the statement.
Loyalty is earned, never owed.
Never owed. Don't walk into any room feeling like it's just expected. Like, no. I don't owe you loyalty. I don't owe that to anybody. You got to earn that from me. Everybody don't deserve your loyalty. I've learned that the hard way.
Ash earned it. Contrary to belief. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there as well. Use the promo code Coach JB. Contrary to belief. You can't keep it real with fake people. Contrary to belief. Can't.
So hold on. In essence,
say it all you want.
In essence, you have to keep it fake with fake people. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, you just can't. You don't even. It's not even. Don't even waste your breath.
Just don't talk to them.
Nah, don't even say nothing to them.
Got you. So don't even talk to fake people. If they fake, then just leave the room, leave the building. But what if you stuck in a room like it's a work event, it's a corporate event, you're in a room with fake people.
I don't fake it.
But you can't keep it real though.
I know I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna be in the corner.
So you just sit in the corner, just quiet, just mute the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
All right, I respect that.
Poll question, and it'll lead back into I guess what you didn't listen to when I started the show. Is the athletic QB era coming to an end, Big Smitty? Pound that like out there and let that go. Or comment in the selection down below for all you guys down there.
Not at all. I think you made some good points in your opening that, some I agree with, some I disagree with, but is the athletic QB era coming to an end? Hell no. I think we just not getting going.
Let me give you context as to why I asked that question.
Go ahead.
You cannot sustain this. You cannot continue to pay first-round money for guys like AR5 who are now done. Let's be honest. You cannot pay Desmond Ritters of the world and the Trey Lances of the world to continue to come in and give them first-round dollars and then now done with them? Chico stick and string cheese, I'm getting rid of them. It's not sustainable because corporate America will pull their funding. And I had a conversation with Tank yesterday about this particular subject, and he agrees with me. He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't think you can sustain this because what it's going to do is hurting the future athletic QB coming down the pipe, that they won't get that money no more. And these athletic QBs are ruining it for them because of their underperformances. So how can you continue to think it's going to be sustainable, Smitty, if corporate dollars are pulled and fan bases are starting to come back a little bit as far as attendance goes, and then TV contracts start to flounder because of the performance of the Q? QBs drive the force. QBs drive the dollars. QBs drive the eyeballs. If the QBs are bad, and I don't mean this year, Smitty, or next year. I'm talking it's not sustainable as we continue to let these brothers down in recruiting and developing at the high school, youth football, and college level. As I stated, I don't know how this is sustainable. I can see this coming to a crashing halt, and not saying we won't recruit them and draft them. What I'm saying is they're not going to be paid, though, to this extent, and now you're going to have back to like old school football where these guys are actually having to earn every fucking dollar they're not going to go to Dubai no more with $200 million in the bank. They're going to go to Dubai with $1 million round one compared to 10 as a first-round QB would get. So that's kind of what the conversation was about. But go ahead, though.
I hear that. I understand that. I just think for every like bad example of an athletic quarterback that you've thrown out there, I also have good to great examples of athletic quarterbacks as well that are performing at a good to great or just a decent level. Obviously the names of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson are the ones that stand out, but even again, we're using the word athletic. So I'm thinking of guys, Jalen Hurts, solid quarterback, a guy who was in the MVP race, a guy who went to the Super Bowl and outplayed the best quarterback in the league, overall year to year. And Patrick Mahomes, who's another athletic quarterback, Kyler Murray.
That's not. You're not.
Even CJ Stroud doesn't run a lot, but he's an athletic quarterback.
Why is CJ Stroud athletic? Because he's a brother? He's not athletic. CJ Stroud's not the athlete, homie, that we're talking about. And either is Jalen Hurts.
He's just as athletic as a Patrick Mahomes.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about?
Patrick Mahomes not an athlete. You got it all.
We'll change the word then. We'll change. Words
matter.
matter.
You change the word, homie.
Call them dual threat quarterbacks then.
You're not. You're fucking twisting it. You think that they're black because they're athletic.
Mahomes is a good runner. CJ Stroud is athletic. I don't know what we're talking about.
Athletic.
Just because you choose to throw the ball more than run the ball, I mean you're not an athlete.
Hold on though. If I were to fucking ask you though, what is their first thing they do? What is when you look at Jalen Hurts, what is he first? Is he a passer first, runner second, or runner first, passer second?
Balance.
No, he's not. He's a passer first, homie. He drops back. His
I think Jalen Hurts is a balance. Jalen Hurts not out there throwing 30-something times a game. Typically, I think it's a good balance in my opinion. That's just you asking my opinion.
I asked you what he is when you take the snap, Smitty.
That's what I'm telling you. That's my opinion. I think when I think about Jalen Hurts, I don't think of him just a drop back, just throwing all around the field. I'm like, nah, he's a balanced attack quarterback. That's my honest answer. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. That's what I look like. You can get mad because you asked me a question, homie.
But Jalen doesn't come out of the gun, homie, and go ride the mesh. He's a fucking passer first. That's their offense. He's not an athletic guy. He's an ad-lib athlete, just like Mahomes, just like CJ Stroud. These aren't Lamar Jackson.
Okay, so be more. Thank you. So you're talking about true dual. So you say, let's go back to the beginning. You're talking about the era of dual threat quarterbacks is what you're saying. You believe is over. Okay, I'm just saying words matter. I'm just saying a dual threat is different than saying an athletic quarterback. To me, that's different. You think I still disagree with you? I still don't think the era of dual threat quarterbacks are done because at the end of the day, we have prime examples. 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL are dual threat quarterbacks who do it the right way. It's going to always be hit or miss. We've always had quarterbacks be hit or miss. There's times when we've drafted typical drop back quarterbacks who have laid an egg and been shitty and been bust. So at the end of the day, it's a gamble. When you draft a quarterback, you never know exactly how good or great or how bad they're going to be. Whether they're an athlete or non-athlete, they stay in the pocket. Regardless, that's what it is. So to me, I agree with you. They have to do a better job of developing all quarterbacks at the high school and the collegiate level and to prepare them better for the NFL and not just prepare them for what they need in that current year, in that current system in college. But to me, it's not a dual threat versus a traditional quarterback thing. It's a all quarterback thing. We start proving it better.
I didn't use the word dual threat.
Okay, no.
What I'm saying is I didn't use the word dual threat because that's not what I started the show with. I started the show with the whole soliloquy about we not training, developing, and mentoring these young freaks who we recruit out of Pop Warner High School and college. We don't develop them at all. When they go to the NFL, you have the examples of AR5s and all these other guys that we've seen fail miserably over the years that are just where they at now, right? We could do a segment, where are they now? And I'm looking back at them. That's why I'm going to bookmark this at AR5, and I'm going to go backwards and say, look at the failures of the coaches that have failed these freaks that we recruited out of high school and college and Pop Warner and never developed. And then you have the very far and few between that have come through winning programs. And you see like Jalen Hurts, you see a Baker Mayfield who transferred over. You see all these different guys recently. But then you have the Johnny Manziels and the Tebows and all these guys that were just better than you in college and high school. And we never developed them to go on to the NFL. Did they have NFL talent? Yeah. But we missed them, in my opinion. We failed them is where my whole point was. And when I brought up the weed thing, I don't know why you took that as I didn't even care about who smoked it. I was specifically talking about AR5 because he's the QB and tapped out in this situation and pulled himself out of the game. And I brought up, again, us failing because I would have benched him and told him, stop fucking smoking, homie. You're my QB. I would have did it at Florida or in high school. That was my point. I know everybody smokes weed, Smitty. That wasn't the fucking point at all. I'm talking about this particular person.
The reason why I commented is because, like, first of all, Let's be real. We're making assumptions. First, there's number one. But cool. Let's assume he smokes weed. Cool. If he does, whatever. Reason why I said everybody smokes weed, I'm saying like to say that him smoking weed was the reason why he ran off on the field right there. That was the reason. That's the correlation. I just think that's a stretch. That's a reach because again, you and I know you coached it and played it. I played it. Best believe your favorite player probably smokes weed.
But he didn't
Fans
come
in the
off
chat.
field, though. That's what
Your
I don't
favorite.
understand. How you don't correlate it? He didn't. My guys never came off the field on their own, though. Well, I don't
We've
get why
never
it's so
seen
hard to
that.
understand.
Listen.
So why is it so hard to understand?
But I'm saying why? But how you correlate that to weed though?
Because you fucking smoke weed, homie. You're out of breath. Stop smoking weed. You're my quarterback. Why is it so hard to understand?
I'm saying either the man is out of shape, he didn't prepare properly,
weed.
or let me finish, or mentally he's not as tough as I thought he was. Something is there. The reason why I'm saying if everybody's been smoking weed for fucking years, and this never has happened, quarterbacks, receiver, every position has smoked weed. That's a fact. And we've never seen this moment happen. How out of nowhere, 2024, oh yeah, it's weed. You think he's not the only quarterback that's ever smoked weed or that's currently smoking weed now, but he's the only quarterback that I've ever seen in my life that's in the middle of a game and leaves because he's tired. I've never seen that in my life. I asked you the other day, have you ever seen it? You said no. So all I'm saying is to make the correlation to say, oh, it must be the weed, when everybody's been doing it forever, doesn't make logical sense. That's what I'm saying. You acting like weed is some new shit that he just started to do. He was like, oh, damn, that's what it is. Like, no. Maybe he hasn't prepared properly. Maybe he has he doesn't eat right because he's young and he hasn't learned the proper way to eat. Maybe mentally he's just not as tough as we thought he was. He couldn't fight through being tired for a play. There's so many other options for you to just say weed and say it so direct, like that's the answer. I think that's not fair, is what I'm saying.
Can you please tell me a 22-year-old that's this freak of nature athletically, who's not in shape enough to play fucking 40 snaps in a football game at quarterback? Please show me a guy. I mean, the defense of this guy is unbelievable.
I'm not defending him. I went in on him. I'm saying,
but that's not the point. The point is he's fucking 22, Smitty. Why are you defending a 22-year-old freak of nature? He smokes weed, homie. He smokes blacks. Come on, homie, keep it funky. We know the real. I know guys who coached him. He's fucking winded. He tapped out because he fucking blows weed every day. He's a 22-year-old QB who's a freak, and we're now defending him that it's not this. I told you we failed them. I took onus of it, homie. As a white boy coach who's seen white boys fail brothers, we failed this motherfucker. I would have said his bitch ass and said, motherfucker, stop smoking weed. But nobody's ever told him that. He tapped out at 22 years old, Smitty, and you're defending him. Like, come on, homie. He's out of shape because he fucking blows.
I love how you come on the show and just lie.
So hold on. So
no. It's crazy how you come on the show.
How's it lie?
Everybody in this chat, tell me, you said Big Smitty, he smokes weed, he tapped out at 22 years old, and you're defending him. When did I defend him?
Well, you just said.
When did I defend? No. Because you say words so loosely, you don't pay attention to what the fuck you saying. When did I defend him?
Just now. You said you're telling him, we don't know, JB, that it's weed. He could be his food. It could be his diet. What the fuck is that, homie? Not defending him?
I'm not defending him and saying, give him a pass, give him a break. He's young. He'll figure it out. He's still going to be good. I've been going in on this motherfucker all fucking week. I'm the one that said he should be benched, homie, before it happened. I'm just saying, don't go out here and just say, this is what it is. To me, what you're saying don't make sense. Again, I'm going to go back to where I said it. You can get mad all you want. I don't care. At the end of the fucking day, I know too many quarterbacks, too many players. I play with them. I'm cool with them now today. I'm around them all the time. I know too many motherfuckers who smoke weed, who blow weed, who have never done this. And I'm talking about quarterbacks too. I'm sorry, yeah, over my head, it's fine. This never happened. So to just assume that AR5 is smoking this new weed that just got a different kick to it, that he's the first quarterback ever to just have to leave the game, and we know it has to be weed, don't make sense. I don't understand how you call me a micro thinker. I don't understand how what I'm saying isn't correlate. It's not in your brain right now. What I'm saying makes perfect sense, but you don't want to understand it.
It's not even worth yelling about because it's just clearly you don't grasp the concept. I don't understand it. Are you talking about all those other QBs smoking weed or no? Am I?
No, we're not.
Have I? I haven't. You know why? Because they never tapped out of a fucking football game at 22 years old. Why is this so hard to grasp, homie? The guy is talking about is a guy who tapped out of a game at 22 years old, who you've said and I've said is one of the most freakish athletically quarterbacks ever. And he's tapped out. We're not talking about the weed-smoking QBs we've seen in coach because they never tapped out. So why the fuck is this so hard to grasp for you, homie? Talking about micro thinker, what the fuck is that? You're telling me I'm micro because I can't grasp it. How the fuck am I not grasping it? It's one guy we're talking about who tapped out of a football game in the NFL. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to grasp. We've all smoked weed. I had never smoked weed, but we've seen players, right? Quarterbacks, whoever. I don't give a fuck. They didn't tap out of no game at 22.
So stop right there. So we've seen all these quarterbacks who smoked it and they never tapped out. So boom. So we know that. So why does your brain instantly go to this quarterback tapped out because of this when we've never seen any quarterback who did smoke it tap out because of that same thing? That's why I'm not defending him. That's why my brain went to shit. Maybe he's just out of shape. Maybe he's not eating properly. Maybe this, maybe that, because we've never seen it. So like, I don't know why you're so hung.
That's why I'm telling you what it is, because this guy just did it. I don't understand what's so hard to grab.
I don't want to keep yelling about because we just not. I'm probably not.
I don't get it.
I'm probably not explaining properly, so I'm gonna take the blame.
Let me ask you this: would we be talking about him if he didn't tap out? That's the point, I guess.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So I don't understand why it's so hard to understand. This is the reason we're talking about it. I don't get it. Like I get what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense because we wouldn't be talking about him today, right now, if he didn't tap out of the game. That's why I brought it up. I would have told him in high school and college to give that shit up so you are prepared for the NFL now, which he's not. He failed. We failed him is my whole introduction to the show today because of what has transpired prior and now what we've seen today. As now this guy's been benched for Joe Flacco, who's 40 whatever years old, because this
39.
guy is so badly out of shape and didn't take it professionally or approach it correctly, and we failed him somewhere. I don't care what it is, but the bottom line is I brought up weed because that's what I would have been telling him, because obviously I know he smokes weed. I would have been like, motherfucker, how you tapping out at 22 years old in the NFL? That's like me going out there right now. I smoke cigars every day. Like, you'd be telling me, Smitty, give up the cigars, JB. That's why you tapped out. Like, it's the same thing. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like,
so real quick, before we move on, so because you brought up the other point, which is the one I wanted to tap into. So before Dr. Jesse Morse came on, you specifically, and correct me if I'm wrong, said that we, meaning white coaches, have failed black quarterbacks, is what I believe you said.
Quarterbacks, not players.
I know, black quarterbacks. You did say that.
Cat's out. It was like, how are white coaches supposed to coach black players? I didn't say black players.
Quarterbacks.
Black quarterbacks.
Now, when you say black quarterbacks, again, you're speaking on the freaks of nature black quarterbacks, because that's where. Because, again, I don't think C.J. Stroud has been failed. I don't think Lamar Jackson has been failed. I don't think Dak Prescott has been failed. I don't think – like, there's a lot. So I'm just trying to get clarity on what you mean by that.
They're anomalies. And
all those guys are anomalies? Okay.
Yeah, and you say all those guys.
Because I can keep going a little bit longer.
I know you can, but they're still anomalies.
Gotcha. Because
I can give you 1 million that have been failed versus your 20 that you're going to name. Those are called anomalies, homie. Those are fish in a barrel. You can go all you want.
I can give you a lot of failed white quarterbacks too, though.
If you want to really be a smart ass and do it, if you really want to be a smart ass, you're fucking with the wrong one. Because I'll break down data. I'm just telling you. Go ahead and name all your quarterbacks, and I'll name 20,000
I'm just asking you this, though. Let me ask you this.
I'm being serious. I'm just saying, you name all the quarterbacks. You can go all the way to Randall Cunningham. I don't really care. I'll name you 1,000 times more that have been failed, though. Again, my point, there are anomalies that have made it.
And there's also even thousands more on top of that of the white quarterbacks have been failed. So my question to you is, have the white coaches also failed the white quarterbacks? Or is it, or did they just only failed? So what's the problem with the white quarterbacks that failed? They just didn't have it?
Weren't good enough.
Just wasn't good enough. So the black quarterbacks were good enough, but wasn't coached right. The white quarterbacks who failed, they were coached perfectly. They were coached right, but just didn't have the it factor. Got you. I'm just
Who knows if they're coached right or not, but the bottom line is here's the reason why, and we're reversing roles here. Here's the reason why. The black quarterback, for the most of the part, all the way back to fucking Gillum in Pittsburgh, who never got a snap really until when Terry Bradshaw came in, who was better than Terry Bradshaw, has basically, we've been looking at the black quarterback as an outlier. So when that started, when the black quarterback started, then we had the guys like Vince Evans come into the fold, who was a big-time arm. Nobody ever saw it before. They're like, holy fuck, he's better than all the other white quarterbacks. But at that time, that's how they looked at him. I have coaching buddies and mentors of mine that coached in that era that are way older than me that saw it. And they were like, man, it's crazy. This guy's way better than this guy, but he's not going to get the shot. So as time has moved on, as we know, 90% of college football teams, high school teams, for the most part, depending on geographics, and the NFL is black.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also 90% white coached.
Yep.
So it is complete polar opposite. So when we recruit athletes and when we recruit our rosters, we find the best athlete in America, usually the 5-star freak, AR5, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. We're looking for those guys to come into my college who now where we run an RPO triple option system to beat college teams so I can get a job and get more money and win more games and move on to a bigger school. We have failed the athletes that we recruit and we don't develop them. Smitty, I got Kyler Murray, I got Lamar Jackson, I got AR5 to come to me. I didn't get them better at all. They came out of the womb, touched by the gods, NFL, athletically gifted, ready. Why have they failed miserably in the NFL is my whole point to the introduction as to why we have failed the full scope of the black quarterback when we know they're the most athletically gifted cats, especially in this era, that we've seen. Do you get a freaking nature, Josh Allen? And yeah, we've had those forever too. I've seen those my whole life too. I would argue Josh Allen's been underdeveloped, but that's a whole nother story. But we get and take for granted the athletes when we get them because they're so good. And usually in high school, they're so much better they can win the game by themselves for me. I can go 10 wins, get another job, move on, go to college, get a job, get a guy like Lamar Jackson, win 10 games in the Heisman, and I go on and move on, and that kid don't get better. So I'm just telling you, that's the fact of the matter. And we can point out the guys that have been pocket trained and Jalen Hurts and C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels who are athletic, but they're quarterbacks first, athletes second. They're not athletes first, QB second. I can show you a shitload of athletes first, QB seconds, who we failed. And that was just my overall round point of this thing.
I get the point. I get the point overall. I just want to get clarity on it. That's it. I just think my one note or one just thought when you said it was like, it came off, again, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it came off as if you feel like the black quarterback era has been like an overall failure in terms of now. And I just, if that is the case, I just think overall, talking about current era of black quarterbacks who we have, there's a lot of them currently who are playing solidly. I'm not saying they're all pros and all that. I'm just saying there's a lot of like good, that's why I say good to great, good, solid, starting NFL black quarterbacks. And then you also have your ones that are bad as well. But to me, that's always been the case, regardless of skin color. I don't care if you were fucking Indian at quarterback, black, white, Asian. I don't care what you are. You always have good and great. But I understand what you're saying overall.
Maybe everybody, maybe
athlete, a guy who has the skill set to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and when they don't reach even near that level, you feel like that they're being failed. My counter to that is it's the gift of it's the curse of the gifted, meaning that when you are such a freak athlete, you've never needed to just focus on sitting there, 3-step drop back, dig route. I'm sure they practice that in practice. There's no way in hell none of these guys had good coaches and none of them was in practice working on the mechanics. But at the end of the day, when your whole life you've been this premier freak athlete and you could be great just on your God-given abilities, it's hard to train yourself to do the everyday like scout team quarterback type of thing, meaning that, a scout team quarterback, a guy with average skill set has to do everything perfectly. I was a guy, matter of fact, as a D lineman, I'm 5'11", I'm undersized. I wasn't some talently freakish. I wasn't gifted by the gods with crazy athleticism. So I had to do everything by the book, technique, and I became a really good player because of that. Where I had another guy we've had on our show, Jonathan Newsom, my brother, Jay New, a guy who worked hard, did all that, but he didn't do everything by the book. But he didn't have to because he was a freak. And he can just make plays off his athleticism.
But now you're just getting way out of realm, though. That I don't understand why none of you guys understood what the fuck I started the show with. Like, it blows my mind, really. Let's just move on.
I didn't say I didn't understand. I'm just giving
I'm just saying, nobody in the chat listens. You don't listen. It's like, fuck.
I'm listening. I don't know what the chat's saying.
All I'm saying is, if I threw 1 million motherfuckers in a barrel, there's only been a few that we can say that have succeeded. And you can pick out black QBs all you want and say C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels to this year. But that's not the point of this. The point is, how many have we failed? Like, that's the point of this whole thing. We can talk about white, black, whatever. It's not a racial thing. I'm just breaking down the fact that what I've seen in 25 years in the world coaching, I've seen so many freaks that I said to me, and we've always had this conversation, you and I or whoever in passing, you know what I'm saying when I talk to a coach. Me and Noel Mazzoni right now, when he comes on, I'll be like, damn, I wish I had that motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So you hear that, right? We've all talked like that as coaches. Damn, I wish I could have coached that motherfucker. How many of those scenarios are out there? Is
all the time, JB.
Well, that's my whole point. Yeah. Like, that's my point to this thing. Like,
but I don't blame it all on the coaches, though. It's so many other factors. You know it, too. Sometimes it's just a shitbird. Sometimes they're just...
You coach it or allow it.
Look like Tarzan, play like Jane. Like, there's so many just other factors.
You don't have it mentally and all that. But at the same time, I want to get a shot at coaching this motherfucker. I would love to have had a shot at coaching Lamar Jackson or developing one of these other cats out there right now who I'm like, fuck, give me AR5. My whole point was, first of all, son, we're going to stop this. We're going to stop this, and we're going to stop this. And now we're going to start working on this, this, and this. That's my point where we don't have. These guys rather fatten their pocket and give a fuck less about what you need to cut out and what you need to start doing. That's my whole point of this whole thing. So, like, I'm just like, it's a bigger macro picture involved when I've seen how many have just how many guys do we know, Smitty? Not to harp on this, we'll move on. How many guys do we know that is working at Walmart and we're like, fuck, that was the best athlete I ever seen in my motherfucking life. So, like, come on, homie, that's my point. Like, I always say it, just save one. You can't save them all. But at the same time, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that a lot of coaches have failed because they ignore the fact of A, they have an IEP. B, they have a learning disorder of some sort. C, they have this. You know how many guys I know, white boy coaches that make $10 million a year, who a guy gets an IEP who's a fucking freak like AR5, and they say, oh, motherfucker can't read coverage. He's out. I'm done. And no shot at coaching this motherfucker. So that's my whole point of this conversation, why in my opinion, we failed them. So
that makes sense. No, that makes sense, man. Great discussion to start the show. That's how we start off a Wednesday show. Before we go to like our break, we got to spend like a good 5 minutes on this next topic, though. We got to switch gears, JB. World Series. I know you watching your Doyers. I'm going to call my Doyers now, too, because that's the only team I've ever had. We didn't have no team in Naptown. Dodgers, Yankees. Dodgers lose the game, but there was a moment in the game where a Yankees fan or two fans negated Mookie Betts or tried to negate Mookie Betts from catching this ball, man. They're literally ripping his glove off, grabbing the ball, holding his hand. JB, again, you're more of the baseball guy than me, so you know more of the history and things like that. I haven't seen this, but like when I saw this, I'm like, this is insane. These guys should be banned. What was your reaction and just thoughts to seeing this, JB?
Crazy. That's what lost us the game.
There it is.
I'm just fucking.
There it is.
That didn't lose the game. It's crazy.
I wasn't watching the game though, so like
$3,000. $3,000 apiece. They're done. They lost the $3,000. They got booted. They'll probably be put on the like blacklist. They'll never get into another baseball game ever, probably.
Really?
It's crazy.
Did this actually impact anything though? Like, did anything actually happen like in the game, like at this time? Does anybody know?
I think they gave him a fucking double, right?
Oh, see, I wasn't watching. All I saw was the moment. That's insane.
I don't know. I don't know if this was it a rule or an out. I don't know, but it didn't.
Somebody know. Let us know in the chat. I'm just curious.
It was an out, and it didn't impact nothing, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't believe it did. They gave him the out, but
okay.
I don't know. I think there was a guy on second at the time. I don't know. So the Dodgers it was one of those games. Dave Roberts managed the bullpen to, in my opinion, smartest way. He punted. He punted on third down, Smitty.
Yeah.
So he can save those guys for tonight. 3 games in a row. Tonight will be the 3rd in a row. And either way, we win it or we come back home and have a chance 2 games to win 1. So just like the New York series, the Mets series.
Yeah.
But I think they'll wrap it up tonight.
I got a feeling that the Dodgers are going to lose and just win. I told you the other day, I think they want to win it in LA. I just think it's just a different, you at home, the crowd's going to be insane. There's going to be riots downtown. When I say riots, I mean like just fans outside climbing poles, celebrating.
If I'm a Dodger, I'd win it now because they come back home. It gets closer to election, and big city's it's gonna be crazy during election. I'm staying inside around this motherfucker.
If the Dodgers lose tonight, how nervous are you though? As far as like them being a crazy comeback we've never seen.
We got 2 to win 1. I'm not worried. They're the better team. Dodgers are clearly the better team. It's not even really been close, but. Freeman is the MVP. 4 home runs. He's doing something that we haven't seen since Babe Ruth, homie.
Yeah,
4 games.
He's in another zone right now.
4 games. He has 4 World Series, 4 home runs.
And he's hurt.
and he got, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, the guy just gets up and it's like bullpen pitching. The motherfucker hits it out every time. Like, this
man's like, he's in like a certain zone right now that's like I haven't seen.
Yeah, so I don't know. I got to move my cars. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after this, talk a little bit more, and then we got some film with Noel Mazzoni, and we'll be back in 5. What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts against syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Yo, kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
A 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. FirstRoundPerformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I might
JB.
race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is real deal. You guys got to go check it out. FirstRoundPerformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
Nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
oh, this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit FirstRoundPerformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there. First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go first round.
Go first round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First round, the highest quality.
First round performance. Go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who he spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach. What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, side of the road, LA, I assume that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA college football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
There's a video going around of Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy, who had to move his press conference to a Zoom after getting headbutted by his cow.
To a zoo? To a zoo?
To a Zoom.
Well,
check this out,
a
homie.
little run-in with my cattle over the weekend, and I guess they've been watching us play and got headbutted. So I've got a bad eye that I didn't think would be particularly enjoyable for people when they were looking at my pretty face in a live interview. But more importantly, it's full of blood and I get dizzy, and so it's not easy to be upright and be in a normal function. But other than that, I'm doing great.
Other than that, I'm doing great. I'm gonna start with JB first, and then T. Rich. I want you to get a little chance to kind of, get your thoughts all together. I see you're calculating right now. JB, what's going on with Mike Gundy? It seems like it's always just something with him, his program, it's something weird. He got headbutted by his cow. Moo. What's your take on that? What's going on, JB?
I think he got his ass whooped at a bar. I don't believe anything he says. He's an absolute fucking idiot. I kicked him out of my office several times for a reason. He's a fucking shitbird. And his son is shitty. I don't know why he gave him a scholarship. I saw him play in Oklahoma. I didn't even offer him to JUCO. And then he brought him to Oklahoma State, and he actually started some games. He's now at some fucking FCS school. The guy's a joke. I'm going to be honest. I'm 40. No, you are. You're fucking 60 now, and you're still shitty. And I think he got his ass whipped at a bar. I'm going to be honest. Show your face, because we'll know if a fucking horse hits you. Where'd the horse hit you? With his fucking hit him in his eye? I want to see your eye, motherfucker. I don't believe you got hit by no horse. Because, Rich, it'd be hard to hit me with a horse in my eye. I want to see, where did the horse hit him? What kind of horse? And if it was a cow, what kind of cow hit him? Did a cow kick him, T-Red? Did the cow absolutely get his foot up to a 6-foot body and hit that motherfucker right in the eye?
Right, because it's not a donkey. A donkey might do that, or a horse. He said a cow.
You might be talking to your players and get them to believe that bullshit, like you got them to recruit and get there to Stillwater, because you're shitty. So you must have sold them a fucking hell of a car to get them to come to Stillwater. But you ain't selling me that a fucking horse and a cow hit your ass. I want to see your face. I think you got your ass whooped at a bar.
Well, who is the cow? Who is the cow? Me personally, and not calling nobody out, I think he might got Ike.
What?
I think he might got Ike.
Dun, 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 dun.
You remember that? You remember when Tina?
And
it's not, hey y'all, I'm just spectating and looking at, I don't want guys to be, he, beating his. No, I don't want to say that, because obviously he getting beat up, right?
Have we seen his face, Vince? Have we seen his face? Anyone got a picture of him out there?
There you go, right there. That's all we gonna get. We seen Nick Saban, get beat up in the game, and he came out and said you should have seen the other guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he showed his face. He showed his face though, like a G.
Yeah, he told you right off the bat. Hey, they don't make him.
You saw me on Netflix wear a pink jersey and run.
You did that,
I got a penalty. I got a penalty, T-Rich. I said if I get a penalty, we wear pink. I got the penalty.
You saw it.
So he gotta have somebody gotta have a mean right hook, or one of the players got hope though, or one of the parents. It's one of them, because
didn't they have a Heisman Trophy favorite running back who was supposed to be the #1 pick overall, and I haven't heard from him since
Ollie Gordon.
Didn't he get a DUI to start the season, and then I ain't heard from him since?
Man, listen, Mike is my guy. You want to know why? He's been my guy since 2011. When they lost that goddamn game to Iowa State, got us in the damn championship again. Or was it Minnesota? It was one of them they lost to, Oklahoma State. We needed them to lose. They did what they had to do, and we got up in that game. So you gonna keep getting your ass whooped like that, then it's on you.
We gotta let's keep our eye to this situation and try to figure out and keep doing some deep dive and investigation and figure out what really happened. Because y'all got me thinking right now, JB, and I feel you. I don't think what he's saying is what really happened. If that was the case, just show your face anyway.
Allegedly, we don't want to get sued.
Yep,
we don't want to get sued.
Allegedly, just show your face. If it was a cow, it's cool. If it was just a cow, nothing to be embarrassed about. So I'm
curious how a cow gives somebody a black eye. I've never seen it. Show me.
I've never seen a cow. Cows are nice. They be chilling. The cow don't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. They're like sheep, right?
Yeah,
T-Rich, have you ever seen a cow buck a motherfucker? It's not a bull.
Not a cow, homie. No.
Nah. Yeah,
I know. He specifically said a cow.
Yeah.
See, I think Mike might be a little, and his person wrote a script for him, right? And he fucked up and said cow instead of saying donkey or some shit that could actually kick him, maybe.
He said pretty face. He said pretty face. He mentioned that. T-Rich looked at T-Rich heard that and was like, "What?" And then we heard that. Then we heard some sort of farm animal. I'm curious onto this because I am going to be honest. I've coached a long time, 23 years. I played a long time, another 20 years. I'm trying to figure out at what point after an ass whipping that they just took, where I go home and I'm not with my staff, my players, or something getting ready for the next week, and I got time to go fuck around with my cow and my horses. I'm curious. I'm asking him, make me better, Mike Gundy. Make me a better coach. Back in the building, my bad. I got some Mexicans here to do some stuff. So, got some backyard stuff. I got some drains being installed, man. They fucked my drains, man, when I got my cement poured years ago, and my shit sloped wrong. So I got a saw cut and put about 50 foot of channel drain in.
Damn.
You don't know about that, Smitty, because you don't know about that yet. You'll get it. You'll get it.
Hopefully I get it if you pay me.
And then that's not even the point. It's like you getting like the grown man part of it.
My life is dependent on you. My future is dependent on you and how big.
That's a lot to put on another.
No, hey, well, you said you can have it.
I never put that on nobody.
Well, I'm putting it on you. You said you carrying this show.
Like that. I feel like inferior, like a little girl. Like if I was like, I need you to. Like if I'd have been dead.
I didn't say I need you. I didn't say I need you. I just said how big I become, how much money I make.
That's all I mean.
The houses I buy.
So your wife, your family,
you
your
and how you carry this show as the leader.
Like your future, your kids, everything's on me, really. God damn. Dr. Jesse Moore, T-Rich. I got a big shoulder. I got a lot of shit cracking on me. I got
me, Steve Kim, all of us. How we go on you?
Ruben.
Well, yeah, Rube for sure.
Illegal. Illegal. He's illegal now.
Yeah, he's illegal. So him.
Hefe.
Shaun King, all of us. Bailey, of course. Bailey 21. He needs you for sure.
Fa. Illegal. Illegal.
Speaking of grown man,
what's happening with this motherfucker? What he's wearing today, man?
Who, homie? Who?
Fletcher Cox. Please bow our heads. Smitty, I don't know if you want to do this one. Because this is brother. Maybe you want to pray over a brother.
We got a brother right here, man. We got a D line man, a guy who's a dog. God, first of all, just thank you for another day. First and foremost.
Can I pause you before you do this? Is that a blouse? I just want to get clarification before we pray, so we have the context. Is that a blouse?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta take a deep breath, homie. Is that a blouse? I just want to know.
I'm not sure what's underneath the suit. I'm trying to see. It looks like a sheet, but I'm trying to.
A what?
Like a pallet, like a sheet, like a pallet. Like you making your bed. I'm just not sure. I've never seen that. Like, is it like how do you put it on? Is it just something you wrapped around? It's tied on the side. Why? Right here though. Don't move.
I can't look at that, homie.
No. JB, look at it for 5 seconds real quick. Try to do it. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. He couldn't get there. It's like Candyman. It's like Candyman. You can't do it. It's
Like,
somebody's facial expression right here. And to me, this picture in his face tells me he didn't want to wear this for real. But
he's been taken over, homie. By
he let his stylist and his PR team force him into it, and he just said yes. But he don't really.
I don't know if it's PR. I think Kamala got him. No. Now, real shit though, is this everyone's saying humiliation ritual, Smitty? I don't know what that means. I guess that's like the whole Diddy thing and all this.
They say that in Hollywood. That's more so Hollywood, y'all, in acting, not NFL play. He's not that.
God damn. Doesn't he look like if I'm a good judge of character, I want to think. I'm looking through this man and I'm like, he's been taken over. Like somebody took this man and said, I'm gonna give you this, this, and this, Fletcher. You got to do this though, and this man bought it or something. Like I feel horrible today. I woke up, I couldn't get this off my mind because I'm trying to figure out, Smitty, how he put the suit top jacket on.
Right, that's what I'm trying to.
Because I'm trying to figure out how is that get down on? Then I put the jacket on. So is that a wrap?
Or JB? Did he put his feet through it like this and pull it up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is his nuts in a
harness?
In one of them like yoga pant things?
Oh, like one of them like that one piece, like that
fuck!
That corset? Is it called a corset, ain't it?
Nah. Corset is the top, the titty pops out, homie. The corset is the titty popper.
The titty popper. I never heard of that one. Okay.
This is a man right here. See, this is what fucking men do right here. We got a man, though, joining the show, Smitty, that we got to move on from because we got a hell of a film session for this man. But let's bring this man in because this guy is a offensive guru. NFL, college, UCLA is a school that's inside of LA. It's by the beach. Got Starbucks. Over by SC, by Hollywood and Westwood. He was there. He was at Arizona State. He was at Arizona. He was at Texas A&M. He was at North Carolina State. He was at Auburn. He was at Ole Miss. He's been for the 49ers, the Jets. This guy's coached everywhere. Short, fast, skinny, tall. He's done it all.
Legend.
He's forgotten more football than we'll ever know. Our main man, Coach Noel Mazzoni.
Yeah, Mazzoni.
Coach, I got to be honest. Have you seen Fletcher Cox? Did you see that little skit right there? It's not a skit, though. It's real. It's real.
No, I didn't. What? I just jumped on. I had
welcome to that morning.
Yeah, I had a rough one last night. I got what's going on there? What's he wearing?
That's what we trying to figure out. The suit is one thing. What, Coach? What's that thing he's wearing underneath the suit? Are you?
Hey, that's how you can be, bro. It's hard to hide money.
Hey, no, is that some Douglas rib pads?
Not straight. Michael looking sharp, but he can't hide his money.
Mazzoni, man.
Oh my God, Coach. Hey, Coach, we got some DV Sports today. I hit you up. We got some Justin Herbert, some Lamar, some Russ Wilson. His first start against the Jets last week.
Did they win again?
They won again. Yeah, they look good, man.
They couldn't run the ball, could they?
Nah, they've been horrible on offense since he's taken over, according to Mina Kimes, EPA. The EPA, not the gas and the regulations out there, people. It's another statistic we're not sure about yet. We're still looking into what it is. But EPA, according to Mina, the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to be horrific with Russell Wilson. They should have stuck with Justin Fields. But I think Russell Wilson just broke the Pittsburgh Steelers record for the most yards thrown in his first 2 starts. But Mina knows way more, so we're gonna let her have it. Where are you at with Russell Wilson and his?
I'm still trying to figure out how to complete the ball against cover 2.
Stop, Coach. Don't let JB get you. Don't do this, Coach Mazzoni. Leave me and the Kimes alone.
Hey, Coach, where you at? Real quick before we get to some NFL stuff that we love you having on you. Where you at with college football? I don't know if you watched much or if any, but impressed or unimpressed with anything? I mean, Coach Fred and I from Alcorn State, we've kind of been like, football's kind of watered down. I don't understand where some people think it's great because these teams are beating everybody. Everyone each week can lose now. Notre Dame loses to Northern Illinois, and then you got fucking this guy beating them. I think it's watered down. I still think the top is the top, the bottom's the bottom, and I think everybody's in the middle. That's just what I think.
It has become the NFL. If you're an NFL and you're 8-8, you look at the NFL. Look at the NFL records. Yeah. Everybody's 3-4, 4 or 5-4, 4-5, 6-3. Everybody's in that same. Now you got that couple outliers that are the New England Patriots of the day and the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, the Oregons, the Ohio, those couple outliers. But there's so much parity now because of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
I mean, all it takes is a KFC NIL deal for $100,000. You get yourself a quarterback. I don't care where you're at.
So Coach
Mazzoni, you can be at Alcorn State, and you too can have a big time quarterback if you have Buc-ee's, if you have enough Buc-ee's NIL money.
So longtime coach Noah of all things football said that there's more parity. That's the word he used, Coach JB, in college football more now than ever. That's the word I've been using for a long time, and I always get backlash.
I call it parody with an O-D-Y, but I get it. Coach knows, respected man. I'm not going to.
Very respected man. Real quick before we move on.
So JB's always going to go back, Smitty, just so you know.
Yeah.
JB is always going to go back that we ain't coaching the some bitches. We got to be better coaches. We don't coach the right way. We don't do it. I mean, I just know that's where he lives. All right.
JB he thinks every coach is just bad now. There's no coaches out there that coach like him.
I started the show off. I started the show off with this. This is a great conversation. I started the show off with, like, I came out like as an apologetic white coach who's been around brothers his whole life. And I'm like, let me ask Noel this, man. Noel, Smitty and I got into an argument. AR5's been benched for Flacco, who's 40 plus years old.
39 years old, turned 40 in January.
Yeah, probably should have happened.
Well, he was completing 44% of his passes.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, I go back in time and I'm looking at this 23 years coaching, and I played another 20 and whatever. Our whole life's been football. I'm looking at this thing, and you've been in this business and that profession at that level. Have we, as white coaches, when we recruit these young brothers at quarterback who are just freaks of nature athletically, have we failed them? And that's what I mean, Coach, on a macro level. Like, we've always recruited these freaks to come in, play QB for us. And I'm talking go back, Pop Warner, high school. We get the best player to come in. He's going to win us 10 games alone at Chandler because he's just goddamn AR5 and nobody can tackle him. And we get more money, we get a better job, and we move on. College, the same way. We're going to recruit Lamar Jackson to Louisville, and he ain't fucking developed yet. And I knew the guy that recruited him. He's now the OC at Louisville again. You know him. And I'm like, he's like, JB, fuck, we get the best athlete, put him out there, and fuck, guess what? We got two off an edge, and he didn't fucking pull it and throw it. He kept it, and he scored. And he should have pulled it and threw it. And that's how great he was. But have we developed them to where now we send them to the NFL because they're so great? We didn't really help them do shit. They were already God's gift, and they were fucking touched, and they were freaks. Have we underdeveloped them, or have we failed them, in my opinion? Because Smitty brings up these black quarterbacks who have had success right now. C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels is balling. And I go, yeah, no doubt. But in the big picture of things, Noel and I have seen thousands be failed over our era. So that's just what I was bringing up. Long story short, that's kind of my thing. I was like, I think coaches have failed these kids over the long term of things. And you've said it great. Athletes playing QB, or are you QB trying to be or who are athletic? Is a difference. And I think we failed the athletes and didn't teach them how to play quarterback.
Yeah, because so it's all we're in this visual circle of conversation, JB, right? And it goes back to kid, the portal. You don't have a kid now for 3 years in your program. You have a 1 year. I have to win now, bro. I never used to see 6 games into the season. It's like wait, that's the number. That's like the 6th offensive coordinator got fired in the middle of the season, or defensive coordinator, right? I mean, everything just sped up. It turns over so quick.
Another good point. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's all about what have you done for me lately, and I think you get the best athlete. Smitty is my point like that. You got to get the best athlete in there, and you don't really teach them because you don't have the time to teach them because you got to just win. And now we failed all these freaking natures. And to be honest, that's why I say brothers, because to be honest, they're the freaking natures. The white dude, we get a white quarterback. All right, Johnny, let's take a 3-step, take a hitch, and you fucking throw the hitch ball. We're not teaching them double and triple and RPO. Like, come on, man.
But my only counter to that before we move on, though. So, how does the coach have time to teach the traditional white quarterback in the pocket all the basic things, but you don't have the same time to teach the freaking nature?
You don't. That's my point. Like,
either way, you don't. Got you. Either way, you don't have time.
My point is, we failed them way back in elementary, junior high, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't developed them, and we get them, and they're these freaking natures, AR5s, and we're like, oh shit. But then he's 52% in Florida, and now he's 44% in the NFL, and we're sitting there throwing him under the bus, saying, let's trade his ass now, a year in. And again, who is this fault is that? Like, I'm just saying.
It's hard for me to blame coaches all. Like, I get it, and I respect you taking the blame, so to speak. But at the end of the day, you say you guys don't have time. If you don't have time, then why am I blaming you? Like,
I'm not saying we don't have time, but I'm saying we failed them at some point to get to this point. Like when we were younger, when AR5 was a baby and a young kid coming up, we already knew how athletic he was. He was the best thing going in Pop Warner. Who didn't grab him and say, let's go? This is what you're going to do. No, they said, go fucking just shake everybody and go to the house. It starts there, Smitty. We don't start developing these young cats no more. That's what we don't.
I just think it's the curse of the gifted, man. That's something.
Hey,
I just think.
No brought it up. We get these quarterback trainer fucks sitting them in a chair, throwing this shit like this. We're fucking dropping and throwing shit like this. We're teaching all this crazy shit because Mahomes did it one time in a game, and everybody thinks now that's the way to train cats. It's just not. It's not sustainable. There's anomalies, and then there's the norm. And it's not sustainable. We're going to lose. These guys getting paid this crazy money, it can't be sustained for long because these NFL owners are going to say, well, we're not getting no ROI. We're not getting return on our investment.
But in reality, though, JB, who's getting paid the crazy money? Only the guys who have proven. Like, AR5 is on a rookie deal. He ain't getting paid no crazy money.
But he's first-round money, Smitty. First-round money's different. No,
but first-round money today ain't the same it was like in 09. Like, that was Sam Bradford. Like, that money ain't the exact same. They changed – tell me if I'm wrong, Coach Mazzoni. They've changed the rules with the money and how guys get paid out, right?
But now –
in the NFL?
Yeah.
Now, it used to be negotiated. Now it's structured. So if you're the if you're the 8th pick in the NFL, this is what you get.
Right.
For your rookie contract. Then after 3 years, you get, then after the second year, JB? Then you get your rookie year contract. Then you can negotiate,
Right.
That's why Brock Purdy's playing in the Super Bowls and making $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Underpaid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, we got some film. I want to dive into it because I'll be able to write on the board here on the shared deal. I got DB Sport here with the remote. Coach, I know we got the Cowboy, Coach.
Bad boy.
So now we're gonna have it in the studio on the big TV. And by the way, FYI, I'm working on getting you one of those big bitches. So let's dive into it. Let's get it up. Let me get into it. Let's start with Russell Wilson, Coach. Go ahead, Bailey. Let's start with Russell Wilson. I cut up about 10 plays, Coach. Good in the bad and the ugly. And I watched this game in particular, Coach.
I did too.
And there were in a lot of 22, a lot of 21, a lot of 12.
A lot of hard play action, right?
A lot of hard play action. And Russell looked bad early on in his first game. A lot of people don't want – we'll see some good plays here. But early on, man, Mike Tomlin –
they were booing him in the first quarter.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin threw attrition, Coach. I don't know if you can explain it, but through attrition, Mike Tomlin is going to be him, and he's going to fucking look nasty and run the ball and look horrible and punt the football and live to play another down, and everybody's going to get bored because we don't see shotgun RPO, and we get lulled to sleep by his coaching methodology, no?
And he's going to win a lot of games.
I mean, that just is what it is, man. I truly believe that as
He's
well.
a hell of a coach, man.
Yeah.
But this is what Mina said couldn't happen, Coach. We get a hard sell, we get hard action going, we got the floater going, we got hard action with the back, and we're gonna post safety, one high. We're gonna roll this down to the nub side. I used to call this sting right slot because we got 2 tight ends over here. We got slot away, and we're gonna hard sell it and come back to the chipping tight end. Nice touch ball in the flat. Can't run the ball.
Look at that little change up on the naked side, JB. That little insert by the wing. How they run that corner route. Watch.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, see that little insert?
What Coach is talking about, he's looping in here and he's coming inside.
A little different.
And then we got a natural rub here. And now what is the corner coach gonna do? Is this corner
switch?
Yeah, is he rolling? Is this what we're getting here? Of some sort. That's probably what you're getting. So that's a little insert there, kind of got the D. And also, Coach, can you explain in the run game? That's probably what they're doing for influence in inside zone and outside zone, right?
Yeah, that would be like a Bob call or something like that, back on backer. Right, so that you can man the backside.
Yeah,
and it holds his D end up, right? It holds his D end up in his run, right?
Yeah, so he's not flattening down the line and chasing this stretch play over there.
Yeah, that's
that Nazi. He's a man, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's a man. He's a dude.
Look at that good space.
That's a big boy, Darnell Washington, tight end.
Come out. I'm Russell Wilson. I'm 5'10". Move the pocket, can see little flip into the flat. Got to make sure I get home healthy to Sierra. Everything, life's good right now.
No doubt. No fucking doubt.
A lot of money.
Hey, Coach, I'd have my dick would be hard every time I drop back. Like, I get to go home to that. Boom. Let's go to the next play here. That's a first down play, Coach. We got run action. Now we're back in sting, a little bit of sting look, but we're in 11. So we got a wide out here, and George Pickens, who's been involved heavy with since Russell Wilson has taken over. We got a little bit of straight little man free here, right? Looks like man right here. Those are 2 DBs.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Corner locked on this guy, and this backer's locked on him, or that strong safety. That's probably the strong safety, and they're probably in a little bit of nickel here, right?
Yeah. Okay, go back a little bit here. Okay. All right, we're good.
Yep. So we're in a little 11, and now we're running the football. I wanted to show
because guess what? It looks just like the last play.
It does. And look at Pickens is in there getting, or the receiver, not Pickens here, but this receiver's in here getting nasty. Like, this team's bought in right now, Coach. I'm just telling you, Russell Wilson has gotten them rejuvenated. And
if you're a defense, you have to respect Najee on the run. But all of a sudden, here's the ball, tackle Najee. Oh, wait, it's bootleg. Russell's got it in his hand. Or it's play action, right?
You got to love this. You got to love this wideout getting in there, sticking his nose in there. You just didn't see that before, Smitty. You did not see that by the Pittsburgh wideout core. They traded Deontay Johnson because he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, this team's bought in, man. This team's bought in. Here we go again. Another tight formation. We got a little 12 stinger, slot motion. Are we going to get play action? No. Are we going to get some cell run? Here we go. Play pass once again, and now we just don't know what we're doing. We're taking a shot, Coach, and bam. We get a completion to Pickens. Pittsburgh looks good, Coach. They look like they're going to be.
Pickens he's one of the best catchers, 50-50 balls. You got to give him a chance sometimes.
He's an opportunity guy, isn't he? Just give him an opportunity.
Give him a shot. Give him a chance, right, Coach? Give him a chance. He's better than everybody. Give him a chance. And that's and we know, Coach Mazzoni, explain it while we're talking through this. Shitbirds are our best players. Get them the ball. Keep them mouth shut. Keep them shut up. They're fucking shitbirds.
Keep them happy. Don't let them. Yeah. Hey, those are also, if you get them the ball, those are also the guys that are your biggest advocate.
Yeah.
Right. And by the way, Coach, even if this was incompleted, Hey, Coach, even if this was incompleted, Pickens now knows I have an ally. He's trying to get me the ball, right?
Yes.
So
Because he's
even
probably
if-
got, I'm sure he's got something in his contract with, 1,200 yards, gets him an extra $250,000 or something on that.
No doubt.
Right? Smitty gets that. It's a, hey.
No doubt. Here we go again.
Never mistake potential for performance. You get paid to perform.
Yeah,
you don't
no
get paid
doubt.
for potential, right?
Look at this, Coach. Goddamn, Mina Kimes, the EPA doesn't look very good in your statistical categories when we looking like, goddamn, they don't know what's coming, Coach. We don't know if we're running the ball, we're passing the ball. We got another sell hard run game, Coach. We got another sell hard. I backs, Coach. We're in some old school, fucking 21P. 21P. We're gonna sell this. We're probably gonna get the crosser. We're gonna get the chipper. We're gonna get the.
This is the kind of offense JB and I grew up on right here.
Hell yeah. Look at that, Coach. We got options, Coach. And then you know what I love, Coach? I love a QB on the move and spot a guy. Nobody does it anymore. I used to spot a guy over Coach, you're sprinting him out. Why are you going to throw it across his body? Because of this scenario. We got him spaced. Look at this. The spacing, it's a pyramid, Smitty. It's a triangle read right there. Look at that.
Nice.
He got options, yep. And everything is quick, too, with Russ. Like, it's immediate. He snaps the ball, turns around, boom, get the ball out right now.
That's what you want when you're a quarterback reading coverage, Smitty. Yep. You want the three top possibility pyramid. I got a flat route, I got a spot, and I got now the coverage top one.
Are the Jets in cover 3 here?
It looks like that. Well, he's a post safety guy. No.
They're too high.
Some sort of cover 6.
Yeah, 6 quarter
roll.
Yeah.
It'll be quarter, half. Smitty.
Yep.
Right. Cover 6, cover 4, cover 2.
And he's locked, Coach. He's locked because this is a reduction of formation.
Yeah.
So if it was some sort of zone, Smitty, he would probably be out here waiting for somebody to come to him.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, he's reduction. He's a tight formation. So he's like telling the quarterback, I'm in man, because he wouldn't be that tight if he wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
What's the down and distance, JB?
Let's see.
Look at, I bet second and
medium.
Yeah.
It's actually
it's a throw down. It's a throw down, so it's more, more coverage based instead of post safety. So post safety, you're going to see a lot versus heavy run teams, 2 tight ends, because they got to put an extra guy in the box, stop the run. But now it's pass, so they're more split safety.
1st and 10, Coach.
Football is math.
Yep.
Math and geometry. That's it.
Look at this offense, Coach. They just continuing to lull them to sleep. They got Russell Wilson, who can now throw the football more accurately than Justin Fields, but we're in run formations based on what a defense would normally scout us as, Smitty.
The Jets are not even, they're moving around. There's a lot going on.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey, JP, I'm going to go out on a limb here because I don't really know that much football, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice that now the run game is going through Najee, the running back, instead of the quarterback.
Thank you. It's now going through this big time back, and this guy can change the play at the line of scrimmage and understand what these guys are doing.
My run game isn't successful because my quarterback can pull a zone read every now and then.
And now I can sit back. Now I'm not in some sort of spy coverage. I'm in more of a shit. I got to take on a fullback and a floater and a tight end and a kicker and a trapper and a misdirection. And look at this. Like, I just think the Steelers are a problem, Smitty, going forward.
Plus now, and I know JB agrees with this. The one problem with spread off, not the problem, I'm going to say the thing you battle when you're a gun team in a spread offense. Right, and there's Kansas City Chiefs, all these guys, but it's developing the freaking mental and the physical and mental freaking I'm gonna hit you in the mouth attitude. Yeah, it's hard. You guys are at 2-point stances, pass blocking, your back's offset. He's never getting a running start at the line of scrimmage. So it's hard to develop that as a coach. I mean, you have to really work to make your guys at least believe they're tough. When you get in this shit right here, you ain't tough. You ain't playing.
No doubt. Hey, this is a great design, Coach. You got to have a QB, Smitty, that understands. See, this is my point back to the beginning of the show, Smitty. We get the athletes who are freaks and who will ice this guy. He'll ice this DN, no question. Like Justin Fields would ice him, Smitty.
Yeah.
He would ice him, shake him around, run around back here, and do all this shit, and we don't have this wide open shit in time. Look at Russell Wilson. Flip the hip and got it out.
This was a great play.
Boom.
This
Accurate.
was a great play.
Oh, this is what we want.
That's
Now
a hard-ass throw to make, too. I
I
know he made it seem simple, but the fact that he's turning around opposite someone in his
Bam.
face,
Bro,
throwing cross body, that's
There's
impressive.
a handful of guys in the world that can do that right there.
Big time. That's why I'm always been a Russell Wilson guy, man. He does this stuff and he does it well. Here's the thing.
Just
He
watch
can
the
play
receiver.
the next play. He's available to play the next play, right, Coach? No offense,
Yeah.
I love Justin Fields, but Justin Fields now, Smitty, is out of breath. He's tired.
Hey, Smitty, watch the receiver. Don't watch Russell. Go back.
Okay.
Go back. Now look how hard it was for him to make that throw. Does this guy ever even break stride an inch?
Nah.
No.
Not even an inch.
Not even an inch.
Perfect throw.
Smitty, this is why this guy should be getting paid 150, 200 mil, not the other guys that can't make this throw. This is the guy that should be getting paid, not everybody else. See, and I don't mean just Russell Wilson. You know what I mean, Smitty? I mean the guy that makes this play is the guy because guess what? He can play the next day. Russell Wilson's not tired right now. He can take a drop next play. He can fucking hand it off. He can run naked. He can do anything. These other quarterbacks, you see these guys like, oh, fuck, I'm burnt out. I ran 36 yards to gain 1 yard. That's a hell of a play, man. That's a hell of a play right there. Take me out, Bailey. Let me swap film. We got so much.
I can't believe you had him schooling up my Jets. Those are my Jets right there.
Man, I'm
All
sorry.
right, Bailey, bring it back, Bailey. We got right now.
Russell taking the Jets to class.
Hell yeah. We got some Lamar Jackson, coach, against the Bucks 2 weeks ago. The last game. Lamar, we got a little 11P or 12P here. Can't run nickel versus 12P, Mina, but we're in it, and let's go. Coach, I put this in here. This is
Power Reed.
Power Reed with a fly sweeper, with a lead back. We're getting full flow by the defense, and this is what Lamar does, which makes them so dynamic. We're running college schemes with an NFL QB that we're paying a lot of money
Yeah,
to.
you would never call that play, Smitty, with John Elway at quarterback.
Never would.
Dan Marino or right?
No doubt.
Lamar, that's why Lamar's special.
Yes, he is.
And so that's why I want to put these cut-ups together, Coach, just to give people a bird's eye view of what Lamar's doing, what they're doing well there, what Monken has gotten going. They hit a wall last week versus a good Cleveland defense. Jameis Winston got in there and threw for 300 yards, beat them. And I got the good, the bad, and the ugly in here. Where you at? So let's break this down.
How about Jameson rolling up in old Cleveland and saying, wait, you paying that guy how much money over there? Let me take a shot at this.
Right. Yeah. 230 guaranteed. I take it.
Hey, 300 yards. No, first time in 19 games. Deshaun Watson didn't do it in 19 starts.
But, you can tell the whole attitude of the team. Guess what?
Different.
And I know these guys make millions of dollars and they got families and they got kids. It's a game. They still want to have fun, right?
Yeah. Hey, Coach. Hey, JB, notice I love Jameis. I'm a big Jameis advocate. I know he makes some dumb plays sometimes, but he gonna have fun. He's gonna lead you.
Those guys are having fun with him. Jameson's having fun throwing the ball around the park. Hey, let's make some plays, right?
No doubt. Hey, Coach. Let's get into this. We're going to show the good, the bad, and the ugly with these other quarterbacks. I want to just show we showed Russell Wilson because it was his first start, what the difference was in the offense.
That was awesome tape, JB. That was a good setup.
Yeah, and now we got this. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly because this is Lamar, who's the two-time MVP, and he's been great this year. I think this is one of his best seasons, throwing the football. He's under center. Monken's getting him under center. He's throwing the ball back to the coverage. This is what I think Lamar Jackson, to get a Super Bowl victory, is going to have to do. He's going to have to turn into Russell Wilson. And what I mean is pre-snap, post-snap read, understanding where the ball needs to go because I don't have a lot of time. And I'm just saying, we got 6 to block 6 here. And even though the Bucs may drop someone out, may run a game, I don't know. But pre-snap, Coach, we got 2 high on the roof. And we know this is some sort of 2-look pre-snap. So if I got a beater in here, Coach, that is him. We got to get Lamar to hit that thing on time before he takes these unnecessary shots. This is a hold drop ball. He has clear pocket right here. I like to see this guy throw that ball right now on time to that void. That's what I feel, Coach. I could be wrong. If you don't think he can make that throw or it's a bad
That's a tough throw,
decision,
boy.
it's not really though, Smitty. That's an NFL throw. That's what we just saw Russell Wilson and these guys do. This is what Tom Brady lived on. This is what quarterbacks that win Super Bowls live on. He has a clean pocket, Smitty. Let's be honest. This is late, and he gets hit right now, but he's not prepared to throw that ball, Smitty, is my point.
Right.
This is a NFL big-time throw. He can make that throw. That's why I cut this up particularly. I think he can make that throw. I've seen him make throws this year. Yeah. I don't think he understands pre-snap versus post-snap what guys are going to do. We got a sinking corner, Smitty. I'm going to be honest. We got a sinking corner here. He's playing the flat, but he's playing what we call, Nolan and I used to call two-man in my zone, meaning I'm going to play zone unless I get a guy in my zone, and I'm going to come play zone and flatten it out. If I don't get a guy in my zone, I'm playing some sort of sink man, right? This is a corner route, Smitty. He's taking this out. That's telling me that I know the ball can be thrown in that void right there.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep.
See that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Wide open, a lot of space.
And he still has time to throw. You have to take a shot in the mouth. Let's go. No, you agree or disagree?
Here's what I think happened. I think they fooled him a little bit. Go back to the wide. I think he got, to see the rotation of the coverage. It starts out looking like a split safety, like you said, the middle of the field open. But they roll this to 3 cloud.
Yep.
They roll the corner up to the top of the screen. He's deep third. He's middle third. He's deep third. And that's why they got that smash concept working over there in the boundary.
Yeah.
The corner smash. All right. Yep. So if that safety comes off the hash, the one that on the corner route, then then JB's exactly right. Now you're banging that freaking middle read right now. But he kind of got maybe it got a little grade to him right there because of how that corner played.
Yeah.
I think I always coach my guys, right? Is every pass concept has a what, why, where, and when. Okay. And it has, you got to have some intent. I called this play because they're playing split safety, and I want you to complete the corner route. Now, if the safety takes it, I got the pipe down the middle. If the corner stops it, I got the check down, the back and the flat. But you got to come out like with some intent that I'm really going to throw this until somebody.
Are you saying your why right here? Just check it down to the blue circle and let's be safe.
Well, I'm saying if he saw that as split safety, that's a high-low on the corner, right?
Yep, right here.
So you're either throwing that corner route.
Yep.
There, or you're checking it down to the guy in the flat, right?
And now, Smitty, in my opinion, he's big time, you got that act too. That's a throw. You can make that throw. Throw it away to the sideline, right there in that dead area. Go ahead, no.
So this is why go back. So see the number, the guy on the bottom of the screen, the guy running the slot. Okay, so he's reading them. He's running a middle read. The middle closes, so he bends.
Yeah.
And the reason he bends is for exactly JB said, because that's where the ball should go when he recognized it was 3 post safety defense.
So Smitty, he's saying post safety, he closed it. So now this becomes, instead of a seam ball to clear too high, it now becomes a sit down or some sort of dig route to calm it down because he's over the top.
Find an open window, right? Got you.
If it was open and he goes here and he goes here, then the seam ball stays on track right down the middle of the hashes, and that ball becomes a 2-ball beater. Bam, right there on time. So
now, real quick before we move on,
that's what you were saying, right, JB? That ball should fit into that slot.
Right there,
Right there.
I don't think he can make it. And I think that if Lamar understands the route combination that's going on, that I think Lamar knows this guy's not going to be that peaky, and I could sit this ball down. Watch what
the guy does, though. He can still fit that. Go ahead and run it, JB. Watch the slot.
And no, let me ask you for the common fan out here. What kind of ball do you expect here? I would say it's like a fucking 2.5 ball. 2-ball, 2.5, right?
But JP, watch, you're exactly right. Watch the slot. That ball ought to fit right between the will and the mic.
Yep. Let's
draw a line. Draw a line between. Hey, draw a line between the will and the mic. Go back. It's going to fit in that window or the next window.
Right here.
Now, what's the 2 ball?
A 2 ball is a 1 ball. So, Smitty, a 1 ball is like a hits ball right now on a line. Tight, hard, fast. A 2 ball is that happy medium right over the middle backer, down before the 2 safeties.
Got you.
Okay. A 3 ball is a fade.
Got you. Okay.
So let's go to the tight so we can talk about what Noel was talking about. Hey, Smitty, I know you were going to ask a question before, but
no, I'm just asking. You know, again, one thing I'm trying to get better at is learning coverages. So I know Coach Mazzoni said that they rotated it into 3 clouds. So I was going to ask, what exactly is cloud? When you say cloud coverage, I hear that a lot. What is
here's
cloud?
The mic in the wheel. This is what he was talking about. Here's the mic in the wheel. He was talking about Lamar could have maybe fit that ball in between what mic in the wheel here when we right here. See this?
Right.
See
that's wide open in the NFL.
Hey, see, Smitty, when the casual fan sees the wide copy, they think that the windows are asshole tight.
Yeah.
The end zone copy is the only copy Coach Noel and I watch, other than watching these lazy wideouts loaf and shit. We're watching this side because we say, no, you can fucking throw this ball all goddamn day long.
Big ass window. Yeah, for sure.
So you see what I'm saying? Look at that. And let's watch it from the other angle. Now we're watching it from Lamar's point of view, which is that's why we have the greatest film on planet Earth. Nobody has this film.
What's crazy though, too, man? Hey, this shit happens so quick. It's like, baby, but it's NFL now. You got time.
Hey, look at that goddamn boy. You can't tell me you can't throw that goddamn football. You're
He can throw it. He can throw it.
Run it back.
$200 million.
But
he
why?
hesitated.
But go back. He didn't hesitate. So this is why this thing's going full circle, right?
Yeah.
About when you got AR for whoever, when he's 12 years old, you're teaching him coverages. You're teaching him strengths. You're teaching him all these things because what he got fooled on was he thought it was split safety. He was going to throw the corner route and it rolled to three cloud and he went, oh shit. So that's one of those oh shit moments. And now, so what's your plan? Well, where am I going next?
Smitty, what Noel's saying is look at Lamar's eyes. That is why he's wrong. Look at his eyes. His eyes are telling him the truth. Your eyes will deceive you at quarterback. Look at it. He's too far. He's left the whole time, Smitty. That's the ball.
Yeah.
That's the difference in Lamar going to the Super Bowl and losing an AFC title game, in my opinion, going forward. That's all I'm saying.
Now I get my right guard, pull his head out of his ass, and block that.
Yeah, and then see, Smitty, that's going to be the coaching side. Noel Mazzoni's going to rip his O-line coach. I'm ripping my guard to give Lamar more time.
Lamar got sacked back to back, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
Yeah, right here's another one. That's why I cut this up on purpose. Oh, you're only bringing the bad plays. No, we're showing you what coaches would show you and how to get better. So now, real quick, we got a 6-man, possible 7-man go here because of coverage. We got a man-free look here pre-snap. All right, Smitty? He's locked on over here.
I'm guessing this is third and long?
3rd and 19.
3rd and 19.
Yeah, so they're going 3 verts with a shallow cross underneath.
Yep. Now, Noel, pre-snap real quick to help Lamar out. Would you like to see some sort of hot, or are you just like, because if I'm a DC, I'm saying fucking throw it hot and punt me the football. I'll rally to your 5-yard fucking flat route and make you punt the football. That was my head coach.
But I know this right now. I got 6 possible protection blockers. They got a post safety. They can't bring. I got enough to block who they're bringing. I got enough.
Yeah. And then they drop a guy. They drop the D in. They drop the D in the coverage, and now it fucks up my Q and it fucks up my O-line's point. Right.
Yeah, the guy I don't like, I don't know, maybe they're running some sort of switch concept. That spacing by these 2 slot receivers is terrible.
Right there. Yeah. And then Lamar has to wait for this to cross his face, and there's just no way.
Not enough time.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's my next point, Smitty. Do I like it as a QB? That's my point.
They're running a high sail route over here, what they used to call Celtic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
See the sail?
Yep. High. This is a high, deep.
Yeah.
Banana corner, Smitty. This just takes way too long on 3rd and 19. That's 3rd and 19. But here's my point, Noel. Like, if I'm the QB and I'm going to get us out of a bad football play, listen, man. Hey, let's coach. We got to go. Let's just call a slam screen. Let's call draw. Let's get out of here. I'm not doing this, Smitty. I'm not going to take a sack on 3rd and 19 at this juncture in the football game. Like, and it's not Lamar's fault. I'm saying if Lamar understands, okay, I'm going to check this out.
Right.
Real quick, we'll throw one more, and then we'll get to Justin Herbert because I got to ask Coach what he thinks about Justin Herbert going forward since we got these cut-ups. And I got 10 plays of each of these guys, but it's just too much film, so we'll just get to it. Here's what I like, though. I like putting them under center. I like what we saw with Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, in Baltimore with Derrick Henry. It's very similar, Coach. Like, right? A big-time back.
So here's the other thing, JB. Let me make a point here.
That's
all right?
the 2-ball.
Let me make a point. Okay. There's an art to the play action game under center by a quarterback.
Yep.
Okay. So, the Russell Wilsons of the world, the Steve DeBergs of the world, those guys, they are great ball handlers. Okay. Gunn has made us not so good ball handlers as quarterback. Ball handlers like show and run, snapping the head, eyes, the body language of a quarterback, showing the defense this is run. So I remember Peyton Manning talking to me about this once. Is he would take during practice, they would take a camera and they would set it on like eye level right at the linebacker during inside run, right at the linebackers where a linebacker would be, and they would film for tight copy, right, all the runs, and he would watch himself. Then he would have the same guy stand there during their play action pass period and film from that same linebacker's eyes what he was seeing, because he wanted the run and the play action to look as much the same as he could. And he studied it. Hey,
Sure.
my head turned too quick. My hand didn't extend. My offhand. Where's your offhand? Oh, if I tuck my off. So there's an art to it here's a guy that a Hall of Famer, right? And that's he worked on the little details of the route of the concept of the play action to the run that made it such a successful play.
It's so important, Coach, because all the great defensive minds on the other side, we're in the film room. We're looking for any little sign that gives us an advantage of knowing what may come. You know, it might be something as little as, hey, anytime it's a run play, he opens up this way, or his hand or his left foot is back versus his right foot. It's little details that gives it away. So that's important. Great throw by Lamar. And this ended the quarter. I remember watching this live, and then he really got rolling after those 2 sacks. The rest of the game, he got rolling.
And Smitty, I'll be honest, like the mechanics is bad. Like his feet, he's all over the place. He's too wide. He's outside his shoulders. Like, I want to get this tighter. I want to coach this guy so bad. I want to get that super tight, get the DeBerg fake in there, pop my eyes and hips fast. I want to pop my hip fast. He's going everything's being sold right, Smitty. Everything's sold right. He reversed out. Look what he has to pop his eyes and find the corner or the dead side corner and throw a corner route across his body. We call that throwing blind, Smitty. We don't want the quarterback to throw blind. So
that's JB. You're exactly right. For 9 out of 10 guys, you want to coach them harder, get it. But here's the difference. In Lamar Jackson, God coached him.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Coach Mazzoni, because
he's such a talented guy.
Look at this.
Crazy.
I put this on here for a reason, because there's other guys that can't get out of this.
Because, Coach JB, I understand, there's a perfect world, a perfect, way and technique of how to coach every position, right? By the book. But you and I know that they're just certain guys, whether they're freaks or whether they're just shaped different, their height, whatever, to where the way they do something may not look exactly by the book technique perfectly, but they still get the job done, and you kind of just got to live with it, right?
Smitty, it's like this, all right? You and me are going to the club. I got to get dressed, take a shower, put the cologne on. I got to put my I got to be like 10 out of 10, have all the accessories looking sweet.
To get a 4.
You walk in, you can have your hat like this and not showered in 2 days, and you're catching, right?
Perfect example right there, Coach. Perfect example.
Hey, we got to do all that to get a fucking 4. And Smitty can smell musty, like Badusi, and go get an 8.
All sweaty, pitted out, the whole thing. And it's like, hey, peace, I'm out. I'm gone.
Hey, no, before we talk, Justin, before you get out of here and we show some Herbert, I used to put camera. I was the first guy that I knew. Willie Fritz would come watch practice and was like, what the fuck are we doing? I had the helmet cams on, and I did it for different reasons, Smitty. I did it because I wanted my QB's eyes on the film. I wanted to see the DN if he's reading that fucker or the 3 technique in our run game. So I wanted to see the eyes. If I saw the grass or the sky, what the fuck are you looking at? I wanted to see the DN right in your eyes. I want to see, what are we reading? Are you reading his fucking upfield jersey of down, whatever we're reading that day? And then I put a helmet cam on the center and on my Mike linebacker. And I did those 3 guys in particular because as a head coach, I wanted to see what the fucking Mike was reading, what the center was IDing, where his first step was, and then I wanted to see my QB's eyes all the time. So it was great film, and Willie would come in and we'd watch practice film, and he was like, fuck, I'm getting that camera on my cue. And he took my quarterback, Jonathan Banks, at Tulane, and he did it with him at practice. And it's a great teaching tool, different than what Peyton Manning, but the same concept.
JB, hey, Smitty, don't get it twisted. JB, I know he smokes cigars. He drives around his caddy. He's got all these toy stuff. JB's a ball coach. All right.
Yeah.
What I mean, that's true stuff. Like as a quarterback, I coach eyes and feet. What do you hear JB talk about all the time? Eyes and feet.
Yeah.
Right. Eyes and feet. So that's good stuff because I stole that same shit from JB too. I put it on my quarterback's helmet.
Hey, I ain't inventing shit. I hate last thing, Coach. Before we get out of here, we got some Herbert. Go ahead and share it, Bailey. We got some
Herbo.
We got some Herbert. Now, Coach, where you at with Herbert and the development under Harbaugh? Because if we did a poll question right now, I would ask Coach Mazzoni, is Justin Herbert closer to being great or closer to being a bust? Because we haven't seen him actually come out of that cocoon or that shell and break through. And now we got Harbaugh. Is this more of a another settle in year? Because now we got a new coach. We lost Keenan Allen. I lost all my receivers. Now I lost Eckler. Now I got to restart over. But the common betting fan out here is tired of hearing that, and they want Herbo to fucking prove that he's worth $200 million. And it's all about what have you done for me lately? Instant gratification. All these fanboys out here who don't know ball. Where are you at with Justin Herbert and his development now that he's entering year 5 or 6 now?
So like skill set wise, yeah, checks all the boxes, right?
Big time, yep.
Checks every box you want to check. The last group he played with, I don't know, a lot of it has to do with the culture and the environment and the system that you step into as a core. It's just like taking Russell Wilson and making him go run what freaking Patrick Mahomes runs. Right. Yep. Right. So he found his comfort zone. So I'm still kind of holding. I'm a huge Herbo fan because I think he's a hell of a quarterback. And I'm like you. I'm waiting for him just to take off.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think this year he's got to start showing that that's going to happen to me.
No doubt. Now pre-snap read, Coach. We're going. I don't know what this is, runner or pass, but pre-snap. Let's just teach a little coverage, real quick. I'll put the circles over the guys. So here's the safety. We got a one high safety. We got a corner sitting
post
here.
Post safety defense.
And that safety right there, Coach, is cocked in, and he's looking at the cue. That tells me pre-snap. My alarm should be going off. Ding, 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 ding. Some sort of zone, right? I'm probably gonna get some sort of zone. He's probably going to trap me, bail me out here. And we're probably going to get some sort of look like this, right? Pre-snap.
Yep.
We would think that.
I would be guessing that. Yeah, cover 3.
Yep, some sort of
3
cover
strong.
3.
I'd call that 3 strong.
And there we go, right? That's probably the what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Now let's see what we get out of it. Now he's rolling down, Coach, over number 2, playing with them a little bit.
Okay, so all they basically run the same coverage, a little they just vacate, right? They drop the end. They drop the end into coverage and kind of roll they boss the backers. So they bring the extra rusher over there.
Yep. And Coach,
let's see it again.
Talk about his eyes, because now he's a veteran now compared to like we watch quarterbacks and we're looking, and I want to talk about his eyes, how he's trained to now hold guys. And he knows he's getting this guy to sink in here whether we know it or not, because he knows that his route concept is that, and he's getting guys to sink now with his eyes and holding guys so he can make this void open. That's the quarterback's job, Smitty. He's making this guy open. You don't have to always be wide open and solely put everything on the fucking wide out. We do that too much as coordinators. Make the Q create open.
Oh, so they're going. He's trying to move the safety.
Yep.
All right. So what they got is just 3 verts right here. They just got verts.
Yep.
Okay. So verts is all about spacing, all about landmarks. So you should be opposite hash, 3 yards inside the numbers, outside, split the difference in the numbers. He's going to fall out. This guy's falling out because it's cover 3 because he can't win. It's called a win route. Down here at the bottom. I can't win. I fall out.
Yep.
Okay, meaning I fall out of the route. See him fall out of the route right there? Just falls out of the route.
It's supposed to be all verts, is what coach is saying, and he knew he couldn't beat this one high safety deep or this corner in 3, so he breaks it off.
Yep.
Now I'm surprised he didn't really just try to drive the slot, the numbers route. Go back, JB.
You want to see this in the end zone?
Yeah, no, the wide again. So what they do with corners when 2 verts when it's zone, but see how tight the corner they middle that guy a lot. They'll middle him between 1 and 2, that corner. But see how wide he is, and that slot does a great job. Watch him widen the guy jump. I'm surprised. Stop right there. That ball didn't go to the slot right there at the 25-yard line, right there. I'm surprised that throw didn't happen.
Right here, Smitty.
Look at the safety. Yep. Look at it. See, he used his eyes. He moved the safety to the other half.
That might be a house call.
Yeah, see how he moved the safety over there?
Yep.
Okay, then that's what you do. He's trying to move the safety to his read goes 1, the guy on the hash, 2, guy down the numbers, 3 to the fallout. 1, 2, 3.
And Smitty, this is the same thing we just told Lamar Jackson to do.
Yep.
Herbo has to be the same way or he's not going to a Super Bowl. Like, I'm just saying, these are the different makers. Tom Brady, Montana, probably Mahomes. They make these throws right
probably
now.
Mahomes.
I would tell hey Smitty, I'd tell my quarterback, where's that ball snapped? At the 10? All right.
Yeah.
So 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So I would tell my quarterback that if I'm throwing that seam ball, verse 3, that ball's got to be in his hands by the time he hits 25 yards. So he's got to throw a 2 ball in there, not a 3 ball, a 2 ball. This is where you start to separate guys' arm talent.
Right there, Smitty. Ball should go through that square window.
Yep.
Look at you and all your graphics.
Look at that, coach. Look at that, coach. And to be honest, the wideout's right, right?
He should motor down. He should get soft in that window. He gets soft, meaning
he's staying away from this guy. He's staying away from him. So
might be a house call if he's fast enough, man. You got the safety hips is turned to the opposite sideline. I mean,
that's McConkey. Now let's watch it from the end zone. Now, Smitty, you get a different perspective here. Now we get to see, can he make that throw from his eyes view? As we got a camera right on his helmet like I used to do, and I want to see. All right, can you make this fucking throw? Shit, yeah, he can.
See him look the guy over? Yep. See he moved the safety with his eyes? Move the safety. Right now, that ball should be out.
Look at that, coach. Look at that. No, look at that.
Yep.
That's it.
Still not a bad ball, though. Still, but it wasn't the best option.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you're gonna like pat him on the ass. Great throw. Hey, nice job. Call another play.
Yep.
That's his job. His job is to keep us on the field. The quarterback's job.
JB, what you gonna say, JB?
I would say you want to be average, throw the out route. Fucking mediocrity is the new excellence. Let me fucking tell you. Look at this, coach. What do you like here, coach? We got a lot of spacing going on, little levels.
Came
down. He's running the drive. That's the old 49ers, Bill Walsh drive concept, flanker drive.
Love it. Love the drive concept stuff. So we got a drive concept, Smitty. So basically he's going to drive here, and he's going to be the first over route. We got an under route driver, and we're going to high-low the mic or whoever is in the void. We're going to try to high-low one of these guys here probably him in this concept. And now he sank, and now we got guys open, right? Underneath. So you got to fucking know where you're going with the ball. Good check down. I don't mind it.
I feel like Herbert kind of did it again, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like beginning of he gets the ball, he looks left. I don't know if this is his first read, or if he's just trying to get some space opening up in the middle. But he looks left, really turns back towards the middle and checks it down.
Look at his eyes, Smitty. Look at Herbert's eyes, though. He knows by that glance, he knows that this corner is squatting.
Yep.
Because he knows that's the coverage. So guess what? He knows he has a crosser right here, but he knows the corner is squatting and would blow it up. So he knows he's sinking versus in the coverage. So guess what? Look at his eyes and watch how fast his release is to the check down. See? He knows the corner is coming off that. Boom. Right now, quick decision, make it happen. That's what I want to see out of Herbert.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he came back probably wanting to try to throw that dig, or they call it basic route.
Basic, yep.
Which is the dig. Right, and then there's backer. He didn't like the backer. See the backer underneath it right there?
Yeah.
So he throws a check down.
Yep. Last one, Coach. We'll get you out of here. I appreciate it. Love the film with you. Got a little 11, 2x2 now. Motion back, 3x1 and 2x2, 11 personnel. And we got a little odd front look maybe, depending on what they're in. It might be third down. I'll check it out, but Herbert's taking what they're giving him, right, Coach? We can't ask for much.
I think they're doing a good. He's doing a good job with like knowing the what, why, and where, and when of the route, right, and progression. And the ball's coming out, right?
Yeah,
he's not holding it. He ain't holding it.
Yeah, and I think he can live with that. That's why they have a winning record.
Yeah, there's no indecision on him. That ball's coming out.
I go one more play here.
What's crazy is I believe they lost this game, right? By a game-winning field goal by the Cardinals.
Yep.
Kyler Murray, bad boy.
Just big on right guy. That's why you love this kid. It's a hell of a throw.
It is. Now we got sink corner too, and the corner's wrong here, Coach. I'm motherfucking the corner all day long here. Why are you chasing that inside cut?
Yeah, make him throw the check.
Yeah. He should be sinking that.
Yeah, he has help underneath anyway, right? That was.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
Still a hell of a throw, though.
Yeah, corner's
Too
wrong.
bad to be true.
Corner has help. He should sink. Here's my one high here. That's a great raw. I would be anticipating, because I think Herbert knows he shouldn't be sinking. Herbert probably thinks he is sinking, so that's why you see Herbert holding it a little longer than I would like. That ball I would like to already be in the air right there, but that's just me. But right there, it's a great ball. He's got such a big arm that he can make that.
Yeah, so run that back real quick, Smitty. This is what you would call it. Go back, go stop a little bit further. Go ahead. Keep going, JB. Keep going. Or is Smitty running it?
I'm running it. Where you running?
Running it.
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop it right there. Stop. Okay, so that's what would be called a 3-level flood.
Yeah.
See the 3 levels? So they flooded that third of the field, and there's your 3 levels, and you work a flood depending on the concept, either high to low or low to high. So you either start at the bottom and work your way up, or you start at the top and work your way down on a 3-level flood.
You see that right there? It cut the fill in half, Smitty. We cut the fill in half down from the left hash over. We're putting those 3 defenders in a bind, and now we're flooding that zone.
Got you. Okay.
So,
that's beautiful. I love like visually seeing like that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you would call like against post safety teams. You like 3-level floods versus post safety teams.
And this, I believe, this was the controversial call that lost him the game, right? Isn't this the fumble or whatever out of bounds or whatever the shit?
Oh, yep. I think it was like a touchback, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the
guy fumbles the ball, and it went out the end zone.
Right here, you'll see it. Like he caught it, and then he fumbles it.
God,
yeah. So he fumbles it right here. Boom, fumbles it into the end zone. He scoops it up simultaneously. and it's a fucking touchback.
That's
So
crazy.
go back to the end zone one more time. So this is a kid, go back, all right, that played at Oregon, played in a college, in a spread offense, gun, mostly gun, all that, right? And this is where he ought to go in the offseason and go watch Russell Wilson, right, and his mechanics on play action, under center, all that, all right? Because a hard play action slows the pass rush down.
Yep.
Every time.
And Russell's the best at it right now, Smitty, in the league, in my opinion.
How does he drop that ball, man? Just frustrates you, man. Just
sound like an offensive coach now.
You just draw the play up perfectly, perfect throw, everything went exactly how you drew it up, and then you fumble the ball. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach, always great to get you on the film board, and we'll see you next week. And I'm working on your TV. Are you putting it in your house?
Yes. No, I'm going to put it in my new facility.
Oh yeah, we got to do it then. We got to do a clinic or something. We got to get out of here. We got to get these.
No, you'll be hanging out. I got a cigar. Hey, it'll be the only football facility that has a cigar lounge.
Well, let's go. Fuck it. I'm ready. I'm there.
I'm sold. That's all I need to hear.
All right, peace, boys. See ya.
Peace. Have a good one. We going back to back.
From one legend to another. From.
This might be one of my biggest haters, though. It might be one of my biggest haters, though. Top 10.
BPS. See, that's why people don't realize. That's why more brothers vote for Trump.
He always come on the show. That ain't true. He impersonate me.
That's true. 100%.
He disagree with me on the Tyreek Hill, Cam Newton, and I'm always defending everybody. Apparently, allegedly, but this is my guy, though. Nevertheless,
we got to start with a bang and ask him right now. Did the white boy fail the black QB? Ask him. Coach Fred, Alcorn State legend, HBCU legend, bring him in. The green screen. I thought that was Lizzo's draws behind you. But anyway, let's start off. Hey, Coach, ask him, Freddy. You ask him.
Coach Fred, man, first of all, honor and pleasure to have you on the show, of course. So JB started off the show with a little bit of a rant. He was talking about, AR5, Anthony Richardson got benched, of course. That was like the big news yesterday. And in a nutshell, JB was saying how he believes that the white coach basically has failed the black quarterbacks in terms of you're taking these freak athletes, the Anthony Richardsons, for example, and their whole life, they're never coached properly of how to play the position. And then they end up with situations like this where it gets to the NFL and they're not good. And he's saying that he feels like there's plenty of those examples historically when you look at these different freaks of nature at the quarterback position. So he's blaming the coaches, predominantly white coaches, who have failed the black quarterback. What's your opinion on that? I know it's a loaded question.
Man, that's deep, but that's deep. That's a lot to unpack right there. But I heard your rant the other day on AR5 because you were 10 toes down, and then the other day, Monday, you were kind of, and I was like, whoa, Smitty? Whoa. But anyway, this is a loaded deal for me because I think Coach JB hit on it when they drafted him. Like, again, what did he do at Florida that made you, push all the chips to the middle, first of all? Second of all, I don't know how many black quarterback coaches you find at that level, so to speak. So I would go with what Coach is saying because you tend to just say, hey, RG3, man, we're going to tailor it. Go win this thing for me. But when those changes come about, because now you're no longer in that fun and gun type of offense, how much teaching is really going into that? How much has been put into Joe Flacco compared to him? And just using this as an example because the guy we're talking about. But you can flip it back, man. I mean, RG3, Washington, compared to Andrew Luck, development. You know what I mean? It wasn't we're going to develop RG3. It's we're going to put an offense that will fit RG3 and go from there. And then when he got hurt, everything changed. If you remember when they came, her cousin. So I got to side with Coach JB on this one.
It is a bigger like macro scale of it all. Like, here's the thing about it. Like, I used to go and like shadow for buddies of mine that are coaching, and they want me to go and watch them practice and then give them notes on what I saw, that I would give them notes, give them some criticism. And I go, okay, so here's Indo. First of all, I'm looking at QB Indo. Why is there not one under center exchange with a Q? So we get out right out the gate and pat and go, and we're in the gun, either without a center, which it's a pet peeve. The quarterback getting the ball right here and just taking a drop is the fucking dumbest shit ever, because there's a second of time that wastes without a snap. At least have a simulated guy on a knee snapping him the football, Smitty.
Yep. This
shit right here is 7-on-7, catch it and then throw is so fucking dumb. Anyway, I'm like, Coach, I don't see any under center snaps. Well, we don't get under center. Then you have failed the black quarterback, homie, because he's going to the NFL and he's going to get under center. So start prepping tomorrow. We don't do it. That is my whole point. And that's just a small little thing I'm just pointing out. That is bigger. It stacks up, though, Smitty. This shit stacks up from Pop Warner to high school to college. We don't do it. No, you don't do it, Coach, because it doesn't fit your shit. You ain't helping that fucking kid one bit. You have actually set him up for fucking failure. And that is why I'm animate about this shit. I can point out 30 things like that, Smitty. Why don't we take a drop? Why don't you take 5-step? Why don't you take a 3-step with a hitch? Well, we don't do it. We take a rocker in the gun. Because you don't care about this kid. Like, that's my point about this shit. And that's why it's so much deeper than what people want to talk about. Like, you can't just sit here and talk about, well, he hasn't done this and he doesn't know coverage, Coach. He doesn't know how to re-ID the mic. That's a you problem, Coach. Like, why don't you taught him? Like, I just blows my mind that we now will sell AR5 for a fucking Chico stick and a string cheese to Chicago, or we'll trade fucking this guy for nothing, and no other coach is held accountable on his maturation from youth level on. So no coaches is going to take accountability, Smitty. Now they're like, the only ones that take accountability is I got him to the league, dog.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, motherfucker. God touched him. You didn't do shit. And that's just as real as I could be, Smitty. That's my passion about it, because I would love to go around and get these guys from youth level on and say, man, let's get you under center. I don't care if you don't go under center in your offense. It ain't about your offense. It's about getting this guy ready. Ask Alan in the chat right now, who we're all gunning Indy, dog, for the most part. Every Indo practice under center. Under center in the gun, taking a drop under center, so he can go to UTSA, who runs 21 personnel, and know how to do under center.
Right.
Like, it would be ignorant of me. It would be selfish of me, and it would be one-sided, short-sighted of me to not teach these kids and prepare them for the next level. And these coaches that are making $10 fucking million a year are fucking these kids. I'm telling you, homie.
Because it's just Smitty, just to coattail what JB saying. It's fundamentals,
right?
Even though you don't do it, you still, to me, have to build off the fundamentals. I could use your guy. I'm a receiver guy.
Yeah,
I could use your guy, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek was thrown out there just because he's fast. He's never been taught how to play receiver. If Tyreek came and
running back. Growing up, he played running back at Garden City JUCO.
Garden City. Then he went to West. Well, when he got kicked out of Oak State, went to West Al, and they kind of just put him wherever, let him make plays. Now he's in the league, and then he even gets to the league. Again, there's certain things, and I'm talking receiver play, false steps. He's so fast. He would be even faster if he eliminated false steps. He'd be so much better if he understood how to put on brakes, stop as quick as he can, getting out of that break, instead of just, stop and floating.
It's a great point. Great point, because he's one of the worst teach tape wideouts. I would never show my wideouts any Tyreek Hill film. Everything he does, Smitty. If you watch Tyreek Hill, this motherfucker.
And you know what's crazy? Because I know what you guys are saying is true, but it kind of goes back to what I said a few minutes ago, Coach Fred. We had Coach Mazzoni on. I asked him, I said, what so we all know you guys are coaches. You guys know there's a by the book way of exactly how each player is supposed to play the position by the book. But then we also know that there are just certain freak athletes that they're just not going to do it exactly by the book, but it still works. Because what you're saying, Coach, I know is 100% right about Tyreek, but he probably still going to end up being a Hall of Famer, even without doing that. So it's like, damn. So it's like, as a coach, how do you coach that player up and make him a believer in what you're telling him when he's still going out there right now making 10 catches, 132 yards, and 3 touchdowns, doing it his way?
Hey, you know what? Coach brought up a point that now has got me thinking, because I said not black players to start. I said black quarterbacks.
Black quarterbacks, yep.
But Coach may have brought up a point that we might be failing them all, dog. I'll be honest. You know how many wideouts, Smitty?
I can't say that, man. The black player runs the league, so I just can't.
I know, that's my point.
But we've been running the league. We've been running the league.
Here's my point, though. You know how many guys we have wasted? You know how many wideouts like Tyreek Hill are in the hood that I fucking know? Like, that we just go run the 9 route and beat that motherfucker deep. And don't teach nothing else. Like, there's a lot, homie. It just has me thinking.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we all know them, but I can't blame all on the coaches, though. That's my only thing. Like, I know a lot of guys, knucklehead. I'm
just saying, like, overall, if I make 10 mil, I feel very, very. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have a guilty conscience about my motherfucking self. I'm making $10 million, and I fail 90% of the cats I touch through the matriculation process of recruitment, and I only get 1 out, and I fail 90 others, and I make 10 mil, I find that I might be a different thinker, man, but I find that I'm gonna have a guilty conscience about myself. I'm just gonna be real.
But that, you hope that Tyreek would receive what you're giving him, and like, hey man, you're here, but you could be so much better.
Right.
If you work this here, and you hope that he receives it.
Right.
So, I had a kid that played for the Raiders, Seth Roberts. Seth would catch everything pinky to thumb. It's like, Seth, that's not gonna work. But I'm still catching the ball. But no, this is how you have to catch it. And you have to make sure that they're ready to receive that. And when he receives it, he's good to go. But again, I got Tyreek in high school. Hey, just go run past him, though.
Right.
Just go run.
And to your point, Coach, and you have them all. We got IEP kids and the high school coach. This is so deep, Smitty. I'm just telling you, until you're in that room recruiting these guys, you get to the coach, and the coach goes, well, he's IEP coach. You can't teach him shit. Just teach him go long. Just teach him go long. Teach him go long. And then you get this kid, you're like, okay, well, I got to dumb it down for him, right, Coach? I got to dumb it down for him because we can't overload him. So listen, you just go run deep. You just run triple option, son. Lamar, you're going to read this motherfucking 5 technique right here. And that's it. And you're going to make them miss and run fucking 90 yards. And then they get to the next level where there's other guys that are fast too. Then they're stuck. Now they don't grow. There's no development. I don't know. I just.
It's tough because I get exactly what y'all saying. Like, it sounds like coaches are just lazy.
It's a great topic.
Yeah, coaches are just lazy and they just care about what they do right now.
I'm gonna throw it to you.
Yeah,
Aaron Donald whooping everybody's anus.
Oh man.
All right. Gets to high school, he's just much stronger. Gets to Pitt. Now those old linemen are just as strong.
Right.
Somebody's got to teach him how to not just bull rush. Hey, you can't bull rush. You can't just bull. Okay, we got to go arm over. We got to do something. Okay, we got 4-3 cross dog. Okay, you've got to get in this gap, and this is how you get here.
Hands. Yeah.
Yeah, and it all goes together. But somebody had to take the time to teach Big Smitty, to teach Aaron Donald.
Oh.
But even though Big Smitty and Aaron Donald are kicking anus,
right?
this could be so much easier if you just go speak the power.
Here's a deeper thing. Like some guy goes, are all NFL coaches lazy, JB? They're asking me. Here's what it is. It's political in the NFL. The NFL is not worried these guys are going to ever get better. There is no coaching and teaching in the NFL. Sorry to tell you, break this down to you guys. They already got them. They're already cooked as far as their development goes. I can teach them my system. I can teach them how to do this in the NFL. But just so we're clear, there's quarterback coaches who never fucking played the position ever in the NFL, and more NFL quarterback coaches than there are quarterback coaches who played quarterback. So just let that sink in. The head coach's homie, who he coached with in high school in 1970, who's a big old fat tight end coach, is the quarterback coach in the NFL. That's fact. So just be clear. This is a very political level at that level. It's who doesn't stab me in my back and who I trust. Just here, take over Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson in Baltimore had no quarterback coach. He had fucking, what's his name, a wideout guy from Florida for his first 5 years. Now he has T. Martin for the first time, and holy shit, he looks better. But what do I know? But you throw guys at just anybody at these positions because they're your head coach's boy or they're the GM's boys. They never even played the position. That's how the NFL works. Just so addressing this chat real quick. I'll see
it on that. I'm the receiver coach at the Raiders. Is Adams really listening to me? Hey, we need to stay after to work on. Is he really listening?
Yeah. Devontae, yeah.
Smitty, prime example. DeAndre Hopkins gets traded to the Chiefs, and they show practice film, and it's funny when you hear these fucking talking heads on social on internet or on the TV, and they're all doing these drills. So that he just jumps into the Chiefs every day. We call them EDDs, everyday drills. Yeah. He jumped into the everyday drill. They got a little PVC, stance and start.
Yeah.
Swim, get under the PVC. They're literally moving as fast as I am.
Yeah.
And the ESPN guys, oh, fuck, he jumps right in and getting that work. Shut up. No, he's not. He's doing fucking EDD drills by a guy who does no shit. And these $1 million guys ain't listening to you anyway. And they're going through the motion. And it's Andy Reid's schedule script.
Yeah.
That he's devised. And the coaches out there, you don't see no NFL guys coaching. You know coaches in the NFL, O-line, D-line. They're probably the most meticulous coaches in football, period, in the NFL especially, because they still have to go through the fronts that I'm going to see this week, the formations, all that. So they're out there teaching. You see this old guy. That's what killed the guy with the Ravens. He was doing it forever, and he lived a great life and one of the best O-line coaches ever. He coached hard every fucking day until he was 70. So you got to. So I think it's meticulous. Special teams coaches are out there.
Yeah.
But quarterback coach, tight end coach. You think tight end coach coaching fucking Kelsey?
Right. Hey, I know we got to move on, JB. I got one question that I got to ask both of y'all real quick. So, you guys are talking about, coaches not developing players, and especially quarterbacks specifically at the college level, high school level, whatever, taking a great athlete to let them do their thing. My question for both you guys is this, though. Can a coach overcoach a player too, though? Meaning that you're trying to put too much on his plate, and now the quarterback is overthinking, and now he doesn't develop it to who he can become because he's thinking about too much?
Yes. And it's happening.
About Texas kids. No disrespect, but I say that about Texas kids, especially quarterbacks from Texas.
They got 25 coaches being paid at a high school level. All coaches are there, and they don't teach. So they're over-coaching the shit out of it. In the
hallways, in the hallways grabbing them.
Crazy.
But they start so young in Texas with that quarterback position that by the time, and it's one of our recruiting things, man, we got to really peel back that onion when we're talking about recruiting kids from Texas, because they have had it 24/7. And at some point, it just turns off. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I think, overload.
Overload's a real thing in the PE world. Like if you're in the coaching world, overloading is a real thing.
That's a real deal.
Man, it's tough.
So I don't know. It's interesting.
You got to find that balance, basically.
You do. And my point, and we'll move on. At the end of it all, in the NFL level, there is no overuse. You know why? Because now the NFL expectation is I paid you, you do what I say to do at this level. And when you can't, now we sit there and trade him for a Chico stick and a string cheese and have no regard for where he came from.
Yeah.
Well, who the fuck developed this guy? See, if I'm Tomlin or wherever, I'm going to Georgia and Ohio State and their high school guy and say, what the fuck did you teach this motherfucker? And then that's the first thing I'm asking. But see, we're not going to the root of it because these guys are too busy and too inundated into their own world. They're not going backtracking to see what's going on. That would be a whole nother Netflix documentary. So,
man.
Oh, shit.
Fucking little thing popped up.
JB, right?
Write it down. Let's dive into it. Say, Coach, I got a
Here we go.
3-part segment. Today we're going to start the worst because in my book, Hate Me Now, Love Me Later, I wrote what a fuck stick was, what a shitbird was, and what a slapdick is. You and I know what that is. Smitty knows what it is. Coaches know what it is. Maybe everyone else don't know. So today I got Coach JB's all shitbird team in the NFL. And we're going to do it. Let's bring it up. Here we go, Coach. Smitty, you be the voice of reason, Smitty. Read it off, Smitty.
All right, you got
offense, okay? This is our offense.
Coach JB's all shitbird team on the offense. At QB, he has Deshaun Watson. At his starting or at running backs, he have Kareem Hunt, Joe Mixon, and Alvin Kamara. At wideout, ironically, starting off, he has Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Rashee Rice, Zay Jones, and Jameson Williams. And in the O-line, he has Chukwuebuka Godric and Josh Seals.
And now, look, I couldn't find a lot of O-linemen that were still in the league, but those two shitbirds. By the way, there's a lot of Chiefs on that fucking deal. I don't know if you realize. A lot of Chiefs. But anyway, this is the offense, and I just use offensive players. I use wideouts and running backs, of course. If you ever put your hands on a female or of some sort or a baby, you're on my list automatically. I'm just sorry. And half that fucking list did that. So that's number one. Number two is just how you act on the football field, not criminally, so to speak, just being the shitbird that you are. And then karma set in. Stephon Diggs, too bad you're hurt for the year, but you know what? 2024 is the karma year, Coach. I'm gonna be real.
I heard Monday going in on that. I heard that.
Look at that. Look at the karma on this list. Fucking Jameson Williams, he's out. Now he's got a warrant out for his arrest. I don't know if you've seen the latest video of him trying to hide his guns from the cops. You got Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice walks away. He got some karma. He's out. Fucking, we know what Kamara and Mixon's done. They're playing again, and Kareem Hunt's got a rejuvenated opportunity. Like you don't get these opportunities in the real world. I'm gonna be honest.
Nah.
All right, Smitty, real quick, your first thoughts is looking at my shitbird offense.
I mean, listen, am I surprised about people on this list? No, not at all. We talk about Deshaun Watson, Tyreek Hill, especially Stephon Diggs to exhaustion. I felt like you've called Stephon Diggs a shitbird more times than I can count. A couple of names.
This is current players, so
yeah, for sure.
People are putting like fucking Richie Incognito. This is now.
Right,
this is
right.
current guys.
Now let me ask you this though. So what did Zay Jones do to get on the list? Like I don't know his background, huh?
Shit, Zay Jones has like 6 fucking things.
Really?
Strangled his girl, strangled his kids. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know his history. I didn't know his history. Okay.
Oh yeah, look up Zay Jones. That motherfucker's a shitbird. Yeah, Zay Jones is a shitbird. And then Jameson Williams. Even I did this list. I had to really research it to make sure I wanted to be real legit.
Yeah.
And then last night, Jameson Williams has another video pop out, and they're finding him hiding guns from cops and running and all this old shit. Look at this is new.
I didn't see the video. I did read the article. From what I read, they're investigating the cops because the cops let him off. It was him and his brother.
Yeah.
It was one gun that was registered to his brother, and that was good. That was legal.
And now they reissued a warrant.
They reissued the warrant because
the cops let him go, and now
apparently The captain called the sergeant, and they was on the phone, and he's like, oh, so he's good to go, bet. And I think they knew who he was, Lions player, so they wouldn't let him off the hook. But now they're going back.
He
And
might be done. Jameson Williams might be done, man. All right, let's go to the Shitbird defense, coach.
All right, here you go, man. Defense. At D-line, he has Von Miller, Mike Hall, Isaiah Buggs at linebacker.
Hey, a bunch of Chiefs, homie. The whole goddamn list is almost Chiefs.
Willie Gay, Damian Wilson, Barkevius Mingo, and then Bradley Chubb. At DB, he has Jabril Peppers, J.C. Jackson, Cameron Sutton, and Bashar Breeland.
Hey, I did my research, homie. First of all, Mike Hall and Isaiah Buggs and then Willie Gay, they got they might not be on the Chiefs anymore, but I said there's a lot of Chiefs TBD, you fucking shitbird. You need to be on the list too.
Add them on.
Where you at with this list, coach? Where you at with this list?
Yeah, man, you can't choke your girlfriend, man, and not make this list. Even if she comes back in some of these cases and withdraws charges or, says it wasn't true, whatever. I'm with you on that. And the sad thing about it, man, is that I've heard just about all of these cases. This is crazy.
I didn't just throw cats on the wall, dog. And I know J.C. Jackson. I recruited the motherfucker, so I love J.C. But damn, you gotta be Shitbird, dog. You're Shitbird. Jabril Peppers, great player. Fuck, I love Shitbird. I'm gonna be honest.
I still remember when Jabril Peppers committed to he went to Michigan, right?
Yeah.
I remember when he committed to Michigan on ESPN, man. He did a whole little thing, put his helmet on. I remember I might have been in college when he was committing there as well. So
hey, I'll be honest, one of the biggest Shitbirds.
Good team though.
Hey, good team. Yeah, we can win.
A lot of talent is motherfucking team.
Hey, we'll come around and win a couple big time games, homie.
Mess around, make the wild card.
You know who the coach is?
Who's coach?
Me. Shit. Well, I wouldn't want no other coach. I would love to be the coach for that fucking team. We're going to win.
That practice would have to have security because at 3 or 4 times during practice, you're going to have to be separated from somebody.
Yep.
Somebody be separated because they're going to be walking towards you in an aggressive manner. So I would love to come
or not. Real recognizes real too. Like I've had some shitbirds now, and we've had issues.
Right, real is real, but real also gets embarrassed really quick.
You're right because they're not real, and they're not ready to have that fucking. But I'll be the coach of the shitbird team, no doubt about it. Tomorrow, Smitty will be doing the fuck stick team.
Okay. Now
you know what the difference is, right? That means I can
get fuck stick mean ain't no turning back, right? Like it's a wrap.
No, fuck stick means I can turn him back. That list right there, that list is no turning back.
That was no turning back. Yep.
Shitbird's done. The shitbird's done. I can't get those guys back right there.
Fuck stick, you got a chance.
I can get him back to being a slapdick.
Airport. That's what that list was.
Yeah, they all. I got my guy. I had a shitbird coordinator, Smitty. By the way, that's a real thing. I had a shitbird coordinator at Indy.
Get him out of here. Get him to the.
He knew. Get them motherfuckers on the shitbird bus and get them to Tulsa. That's what the airport was, Smitty. That was the airport.
That's why you like watching Tulsa King. Now it makes sense. Wherever that
or you know how many fucking bus tickets I would get these shitbirds?
Damn, the Greyhound.
And we'd make up stories to get them on a bus. We'd make up, hey dog, you gotta go get out of here before the cops come, and then we'll get you back out here next year.
Hey, Smitty, the bus.
Hey, coach, you know that's real shit. Hey, you don't even know how many fucking. Here's your bus ticket. You got to get out, dog, or they're gonna take. Well, for real, coach, I didn't mean to do it. Now I know I'm saving you right now, but you got to get on this fucking bus and get the fuck out of here. Let's go. And then that's get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Hey, that's real shit, coach. That's real shit right now. Hey, coach, real quick though, what's your take on this?
I didn't hear the audio. You talking about the dress? I was like, wait a minute. I was about to say, first of all, I don't like the way he's dressed. That was about to be the first thing I said, but I was waiting to hear hear the audio, or whatever. I was like,
ain't no audio need to be said, homie.
Bro,
Hey, you don't need no audio. You don't need no audio for that. You don't need no audio.
Thing out my mouth was about to be, I don't like the way he's dressed, but I couldn't hear the message. But yeah, hey, I'll never understand, man. These guys make a lot of money, and then they go pay somebody to dress them, stylists, and put on whatever the stylist lays out. And I'm just like, dude, who lets you leave the house like that? That is.
Coach, it's time for you. It's time for you and I to have quiet time. And Smitty, go ahead, defend it.
I mean, listen, I don't have a problem with the actual suit itself. The color wouldn't be me, but the suit itself is cool. It's the undershirt that I'm a little confused. Like, I'm still trying to figure out.
Undershirt, homie. That's a goddamn blow.
No, for real, Coach Fred, can you? Because me and Jamie trying to figure like what is that? Like, did he put it on? Did he have to step through that and like pull it up?
That's what it looks like, a halter top.
Yeah, like I don't know how. That's the only thing I'm confused on. I know somebody in the chat said it might be like a silk beater, but I say nah. I don't see no over the silk beater. Well, silk beater.
You don't see that part of it, but
right.
Again, it looks like something my aunt would wear on Easter Sunday. The women's pantsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he clean though? Like, is he still clean though? Technically, I mean,
no. Not clean.
I'll try to help you out, Fletcher. I'm trying to help you out, Fletcher.
Hey, I'm gonna give you guys some context real quick on my evaluation, and I got a certain thing that I get my information from. I want to give you guys. Can I give you some updates on the Shitbird, fuck sticks, and slapstick list?
Yep.
Here's true data. Okay, this is data analytics. This is mean and crimes at our best. Top 5 crime categories for NFL arrest. Smitty, take a shot. What's your top 5? What do you think is one?
DV.
Huh?
Like you said, crime. Like what they're doing off the fit. Crime. Putting their hands on women. Probably putting their hands on women.
Top crime. Top
DUI.
So what's your number one? You think?
I'm gonna go DUI. Actually,
that is one. Ding ding. You got it right. What's 2?
I would say.
By the way, you know how many DUI arrests in the last 5 years in the NFL?
How many?
257.
That's crazy.
All right, number 2. What do you think it is?
Probably putting their hands on women. Probably. I would have.
No.
That's not on there. Damn.
Drugs.
Okay. I was thinking like weed.
Number 3. Number 3 is DV.
Number 3, DV. Okay.
Number 4 though is AB. Assault and battery. Number 5 is some sort of traffic violation.
But I don't.
And then number 6 is holding a gun. Number 7 is disorderly conduct. Number 8 is other, whatever that means. Number 9 is alcohol, and number 10 is resisting arrest.
Now, Coach Fred, what you say, Coach?
I was just going to chime in for you. I don't know how you can be arrested for resisting arrest. All they want to know is why they're being arrested. And then you got 5 cops grabbing you. So you just try to get away. Like, hey, I'm just trying to get some understanding before I put my hands behind my back. You know, that kind of thing.
My fault, Coach Fred. I didn't know that you were one that was okay with, getting thrown to the ground and kicked on the ground. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I understand.
All right, now real quick. This is going to be fun and fascinating, dog. Give me, Smitty and Coach, give me your top position of arrest.
Oh, easy. DB.
Nope.
DL.
Nope.
Ooh, receiver.
Yeah. How'd you guys? Come on, receiver.
Well, DBs be. I'm close now. DBs be fucking knuckleheads. You know that.
They do, but it's not. So wideouts are the number 1 arrested position in the NFL. 173 arrests.
I blame you, Coach Fred. That's your area. You coach the position. You either coach it or allow it, Coach. So
you're right.
All right, number 2. What's number 2? Little shocker, a little bit of a shocker, but not really. But a little bit of a shocker.
Oh, a shocker.
Oh well.
Hold on.
Oh well.
Nope.
If it's a shocker, let's think outside the box real quick. Okay, it ain't that. A little bit of a shocker. Tight ends.
Nope.
Fuck.
Linebackers.
Linebackers too. Linebackers 2 with 140 arrests. Now, tied with number 2 is cornerback. 140. Okay. So, cornerback DBs. All right, who's number 4?
You got to be D-line now. Now it's D-line.
No.
D-line? D-line?
I would argue, if I was asked this question and I didn't know, I would argue this is number 1. I would have thought this position was 1. Running back.
Oh, yeah, my fault. I don't know what I was thinking.
But running backs have the most violent crimes on record. They're by far. Running backs the biggest shitbirds.
Yeah, you think about the history, though. There's been a lot of running backs. Yeah, you're right.
So then number 5 is D-line.
I thought they'd have been higher.
Yeah, and then number 6 are actual safeties. It's broken down. Number 7 is actually defensive ends.
Like specifically, got you.
Number 8 is O tackles. Number 9 is tight ends, and number 10 is O offensive guards.
Ain't no center. Centers don't do nothing. Centers never get in trouble.
Never. You got
I've never heard of a center get in trouble.
Kelsey, you got the good.
You have Saturday. I mean, they drink beer, but they do it like the clean way. They're at home. They're not driving.
I'm not even going to tell you the top 10 players arrested. I'm not even going to tell you.
That's crazy, man. Interesting list.
I'm not going to do that. I got a couple guys on there. So anyway, let's hey, it's been real, but we're gonna end the show with some fact or cap. Smitty, yep. I need some energy.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, you haven't brought it at all today.
I'm on high energy the whole time.
Coach Fred, fact or cap? We rapid fire it. Give us a little 1-sentence breakdown as to why it's fact or cap, and then we'll move on to the next question. Smitty, you go first. Fact or cap? AR5 will never play quarterback in the NFL.
Cap.
I'm going to say cap. He's going to get another opportunity. Even if it's not in Indy for some reason, he'll get another opportunity somewhere. He's too young and too great of an athlete. I call cap.
Cap.
I'm going to say fact. They've cooked him, and he'll probably end up, if he doesn't move positions, which he won't do because of egotistical reasoning, I think he's done. I think he'll be done, and he'll be the next Trey Lance in the league, which is unfortunate and why we started the show off with this topic. I'm going to say fact. Fact or cap? Athletic QBs will fade away.
Cap, big cap. We're just getting started. You're going to see much more as it continues to go. For every bad athletic quarterback that you name, I can name a good one. I can name a good to great one. So cap, big cap.
Yeah.
And by the way, AR5 quit on his team, so I think he's going to get blackballed. That's the other reason. Fact or cap?
Man,
that was crazy. Yeah.
Fact or cap? Penn State will beat Ohio State.
Cap. Ooh.
I'm going to say fact. I'm saying fact. I'm going to go fact. I'm not sold on Ohio State.
We can bet on it if y'all want to. I've been winning my bet, so y'all let me know.
Yeah,
well, you can't, Coach Fred. I'm sorry, you can't. I don't know your rule. But, JB, we can bet on it. So.
Yeah. I'm going to say fact. I'm not sold on Ohio State. The quarterback position is going to lose their game. Fact or cap? The Rams are back.
Facts. They're back and they're healthy. They're the real deal in the NFC West. Watch out.
Cap.
What? They got Puka Nacua back and Cooper Kupp back and Matthew Stafford. Come on, what are you talking about, Coach?
Same team that was just talking about blowing it all up. Now, there's a reason they were talking about blowing it up.
It was rumors. Coach. It was rumors. Hey, real quick though, as we go, because I gotta hop off and start doing my Fox job. I did want to hear your take though. That AR5 situation about saying he left the game because he was tired. That I've never heard that in my life. Have you ever heard that from a starting quarterback?
Can you hear me, Smitty?
Yes.
All right, bet.
Never heard that from any level.
Right.
Quarterback. Never heard that.
So to your earlier point, when you said I was like on the fence or whatever with the Colts or with Anthony Richardson, that was the straw that brought the camel's back. After I saw that, I said, "Oh, yes, a wrap. You got to bench him. You got to. That's ridiculous." So,
Smitty, you gotta go. Get out of here now.
Appreciate you though, Coach. Man, I do gotta go work the herd with Colin Cowherd, so I don't get fired. But y'all, hey,
Colin who?
Colin Cowherd.
Oh, I was say you might need to fix that. But anyway, I get it. That was a joke. I got it. I'm with you.
Hey, Smitty, tell him, give him our fact or cap segment right now. Tell Colin Cowherd or you're fired.
All right, I'm gonna go tell him right now.
I bet. All right, Coach, let's finish this fact or cap real quick.
Yes,
fact or cap, the Cowboys are definitely missing the playoffs.
Fact. It's a house on fire.
I agree. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Factor cap, house on fire. Factor cap, Russell Wilson was the missing link to the Steelers.
I hate to say fact because I was the one pushing back on you about the replacing Justin Fields, but right now it's looking pretty good.
Fact. Factor cap, this Dodger team will win the World Series tonight.
It hurts my heart to say it, but fact.
Yeah. All yours. Fact. I'm with it. Fact. Factor cap. The NBA should mandate back-to-back games be played.
Fact.
Hell yeah. Joel Embiid. Shit.
Yeah. Fact.
Fact. I agree. Fact. Fact or cap. The WNBA needs to lower the rim.
Man, that'd be fun. I'm going to say fact.
Thank you. Man, I've been saying it. Shaquille O'Neal been saying it. Smitty would have guaranteed said cap, but it's fact. Lower the rim.
Yeah.
Shit.
It'll be
Fact
fun.
or cap. Fact or cap. Chicken tastes better than beef.
If it's cooked right, but I mean, it's hard to argue a good steak compared to a chicken thigh. So I gotta say cap.
See, exactly. Beef has so many variances, man. There's too many beef combinations. I made meatballs last night in my pasta. Oh,
you cook every night?
Not every night, but I wish I do it solo though, so I don't film myself and all that bullshit. But I should put up a little camera or something. But yeah, I cook it. I made my own homemade everything from veggies to everything, pasta, everything. I make homemade scratch. I made a little Italian pasta, just olive oil, and then season the shit out of it. Get the pasta right first. I make the meatballs. I made some Italian sausages as well. So I put meatballs, Italian sausage, all 4 colored bell pepper. And then in my meatball, though, I use teriyaki sauce, onion, and garlic. And I blend them all up with a little breadcrumb.
Okay.
And then and then I throw 1 egg in there, mix it before, and then I throw some Parmesan cheese on it right before I throw it on the pan to make them.
Okay. All right.
Fire.
I'm
a real deal. I'm a gourmet. I'm a fucking gourmet chef around this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Coach JB cooking show.
Coach Chef JB.
Do I smell the show coming?
I'm ready. I might have to do it. Look at there it goes. Hey, so far, Lakers, you impressed with JJ Redick?
I am, man. Even though I've always said that's one of those, that's like cruise control, man. I mean, to me in the NBA, how much coaching is the head coach really doing, so to speak? Everything now is analytics. Tells you how many minutes to play this guy, how many minutes to play that guy. So you're not actually like down in it. But up to this point, I'm impressed with it.
Yeah, I'm just cheer, Chris. I just put that in the chat. I'm getting my recipes and all. I'm doing a whole recipe book. I'm putting it all on my Patreon, like a full-on book of everything. It's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of shit. You got to put in every combination of every single fucking thing you do. It's hard. So, but I'm getting it going. I've been working on it for like 8 months.
God damn.
Yeah. Coach, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next week. Tomorrow night's game, who you got? The Thursday night game, Jets and Texans. 1's 6-2, 1's 2-6.
I mean, you got to say the Texans, but if what Arian Foster told us years ago about the script, this is the game that the Jets go for 60. But I got to believe there's no script, so I got to go with the Texans. Texans are playing pretty good ball right now.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to go against them. This Jet team seems to be going the wrong direction. They just seem like an overrated roster, man. Like it's like a bad nucleus of players, man. My last year at Indy, all those D1 kids and 2-8. Like it happens. You coach long enough, it happens. 20 years, and I finally had a bad year, like that type of year, and I had more talent than ever.
Just
yeah, it happens. It happens, dog. It happens. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Well, hey, I'll see you next week. I appreciate you. Good luck this week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, brother. Peace. Another great show. Appreciate everybody. Noel with the film breakdown. We'll have to make that a whole video. That was good. And we'll see you tomorrow. It is Truth Telling Thursday. Steve Kim joins us. We'll break down all things college football for the weekend and the Palooza. And we'll see you tomorrow in another day, another dollar. Pound that like. Head on over to BetUS today. Use my promo code CoachJB. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown.